Flat Earth British, Martin Leaker speaking. Hiya guys, we are live and I am back. Flat thumbs to all before we start. Thank you 100 on odd of you waiting patiently for Martin to come back. It's been a long week. I have been away, but I'm back. Check my comms. Super fantastic. It's good to see you all, people. It's good to see you all. You were needed, Martin. Where were you? I'm here, guys. I'm here. Sometimes I have to retreat to, spiritualize and get ready for all of this weirdness that is to come in the near future. Don't you know? Okay. Just know you're in good hands. Okay, peeps? Just know you're in good hands. Now, no trolling in my chat, okay? If you want to actually know about Flat Earth, try researching instead of repeating other people's bollocks, is what I would suggest. So, Melissa West, good to see you. Heather Kimball, good to see you. Thunder Rose Media, good to see you. Lapis, my brother, thank you for popping by. Nikki Tuckwell, good to see you. Jennifer Saigongich, Rockers 78. This is my new channel, #1. Bandana Sharama and Sketches, who is Glenn Roma, yes, and everybody else who's in chat. Jermaine Admis, my brother, thank you for pop by. I am created. I see clearly. You're not the only one. D'Angelo, good to see you. Valerie, hiya love. Valerie Parks. Joy, Cia, Hot Knives. I like Hot Knives. Good to see you, Hot Knife. What's up? The Dome. Brian, nice to see you, my brother, from Llanelli. Yeah, I'm sure Squirrel will be by soon to patrol. So, and Richard Lopez, who's in chat, who has a show going up very shortly, which we'll all be catching because I'll be posting on Flat Earth British. We'll all get over there and check this new postage out with Richard Lopez and myself and Robert Bassano very, very soon. So keep an eye out for that. Now, I'm back. It's been a week or so. I have been posting. Flat a Day did happen. Okay, you have to subscribe to the Flat Earth British Think Tank channel. Okay, it's just coming up to 12,000 subs on there. Don't miss what happens on there. So I've been off traveling with my friend Mel, and we did a vlog where I appeared as a Cyberman. Probably don't know about Cybermen, maybe you do. And also I had the company of Darth Vader. Okay, we'll have a look at that along the way, and some of the things I've been up to on Flat Earth British. Okay, do mad stuff. So flat thumbs, do a flat thumbs. Do not deny yourself. Okay, this will make you feel loads better. Okay, so if you're watching on your laptop or your tablet or your phone or even your television, stick your thumb up and go, ooh, flat fucking thumbage, like that. See how good that makes you feel. Yeah, I know. Caroline Horace, Hippie Shake, who is Teresa, good to see you. Yeah, you saw my Cyberman, did you? Okay, we got loads of cluage and juice in this. Guys, if you are an avid follower of Flat Earth British, this would be like, holy fuck, my brain is melting. If you are not, well, then you need to catch up. You need to catch up. Okay, so cluage. Now, the first thing I'm going to present today is a book. Okay, The Light of the Pyramids, which is a Masonic, again, okay, Hermetic text. But what it is based on, okay, is trying to make history clear, okay, for us all, because there's a big gaping void called history, which there's only a few like contemporaries, like Plato or Cicero and the usual Plutarch, who can give us any contemporary story of what happened in antiquity, but they all state exactly the same. There was a great cataclysm. Okay, so this book is a study of astrology, from the Hermetic terms. Now, it seems that in the Babylonian death cults, they have to do everything by what's happening in the sky. So this would be why the Vatican has a telescope called Lucifer. Now, in my mind, after reading this text about luminaries and, I guess, the stars, I really am in the mindset that the stars are possibly these entities which you would regard as Phoenicians. I'm even going to go as far as to stretch, okay, that these are electrical forces, beings, and I will go as far as to say that Lucifer, or the fall of Lucifer, is possibly a weapon, a resetting weapon, from what I can make from all of these texts. Now, what I have made out, which was a massive shift again in my psyche, is all of the texts. That's Ragnarok in the Norse, or the Vedic scriptures, the Bhagavad Gita and the Mahabharata, etc., or whatever Asian culture you would like to study, okay, including Christianity. They all tell you exactly the same story, and the ending is always the same. It's the Christ or the Krishna, but it's a happening, okay? It's a happening. Now, what we'll find in this book is 1,001 clues. I'll give you some ideas now. Okay, so how many we got watching? 250 on you. Please share this out, okay? On Flat Earth British, get that out there. So good to see you all in chat. Hi, Just Soldier, who's Mel, who was in this video as a start of this too. Okay, now, stuff in the book. Now, when we study alchemical depictions ourselves here on Flat Earth British, it basically picks those apart for the symbols, like when, 4 angels, etc. But you see a lot of stars in these alchemical depictions. So it's Mercury, Pluto, Saturn, the usual culprits, who are also deities, okay? And they're not just Phoenician or Greek or Egyptian. They are all Phoenician, as the book clearly tells you, and loads more clues besides. So they'll give you analogies like the Big Dipper, if you see that, means the bear of Russia, or Cygnus the swan means Canada, which is Canaan. Scorpion is the eagle that blinds us, which is America. Now, there's some crazy things which it says in this book concerning Lucifer destroying America. Capricorn, okay, is Bacchus, who is Pan. Good news in this book is Pan is dead. Pan is dead, okay, in this book. So that's always good news. Is America, Pan America, okay. Now, what it does state is America is, in fact, the old world and was first to rise out of the water. The world was split, the land was split, but we were at some stage connected with what they would call Egypt, etc. The pyramids, as is stated in the last book on my last post, were the original possible Mount Meru. Now, the race this book deals with are people called Meru, or from Meru, okay, or from the Hyperborean guys in this book. It's absolutely mental. But it's clarification for a lot of stuff that we already knew, like the British Isles, the original occupants, and not the Anglo-Saxons, which are hanging around the place now, okay? They came along later, okay? The original occupants were not them, okay? This is an invaded country. So, more clues. We'll go through it, the book itself. I will link everything up you see in this post today, okay, after this video, okay? If I did it before, people just take the books and don't watch the video and fuck off on me. So, Atlanteans are people from Meru, and they say Meru is also America, okay, America. American Redskins peoples, it states, are, in fact, the Phoenicians, is what it states. So they walked from South America to Africa. Was a big water. Not at this stage. Apparently there was a great cataclysm. And the cataclysm split the land. And then the people who came from South America built the pyramids. So it's a bit like the Aztecs or the Incas or the Mayans. But they built the pyramids, the Phoenicians, before the Egyptians, or before the so-called dynasties of Egypt. Okay? Now, and it states in this book that the world center is on the map, Monday Hereford map. Dun, dun, dun. If you've been watching Flat Earth British for years, you'll know that was the first revitalised Flat Earth meet of this revival. Years and years ago, I went to see the Flat Earth map in Hereford with Nathan Oakley and Clank. It was flipping marvellous, but the centre is actually real Meridian at that time. It's not interesting. Anyway, before the fall of Lucifer, which was a while afterwards, before the fall of Lucifer and a while after the deluge. So after the deluge, fall of Lucifer destroys America. Now, what it says in this book right the way through, guys, is about apocalyptic happenings like the Lisbon event or the Jonestown flood event, and sort of suggests that some of these earthquakes, all of them, and some of these events, all of them, are actually some sort of man-made or so-called Phoenician-made events in this book. Okay, unless you want to go with natural invisible entities and stuff. But anyway, the people of Meru traveled all over the world. So I'm suspecting the people of Meru were actually the Tartarians at this stage. Okay, guys, just going to chuck that out there because I don't think they're the Phoenicians. Okay, the deluge sinked, okay, and splits the old world, okay, and the new world. America was the first to rise up out of the water, just like the last book we looked into said. And then they went to war, taking over the next to rise from the water, which was Europe, Asia, and Africa. Dun, 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 and more. It's just a mind-blow book. They look into consciousness. Now, this guy, who is a big clue with this book, is the guy's name's Parsons. Like, you know, I was going to say JPL, Jack Parsons laboratory. If you know about Jack Parsons, this is supposed to be a satanistic guy into OTT with Crowley, etc. But there's a lot of connotations with the word Parsons itself, isn't there? It's to do with the church, the word itself. Parsons knows. That's a pair of bollocks. And things like that. So basically, this book is full of clueage. We're going to have a little look at it now. I'll tell you what else we're going to look into on this voyage of discovery on Flat Earth British. We have some laughs along the way, always. There won't be too many juggage. Maybe one or two might fall in. I do not know. Can't. I might have subconsciously put them in. You can never tell with Flat Earth British. I'd say that there's none, and I'd probably put hundreds in. So we're going to look at some old photography for clues together, okay, guys? These have not chicken ass. The Queen's a chicken. We're going to look into some old photography for clueage together for discoveries. They are pretty mind-melting anyway. Some other stuff that I discovered, which is highly unusual. So it's stuff that is really curious. You know, curious to my Brian. It'll be curious to your Brian, okay, guys? And also today we have a science book that I found. Okay, now this is doing my head in a little bit, this science book. We'll have to have a look at it together because basically it's a book on heliocentrism. Well, actually the mechanism for a solar system, etc. But it gives them in alchemical pictures. Okay, the problem is with this book, right? From what I can go by, it's 19th century, maybe even 18th century, excuse me, and it's talking about stuff that actually isn't discovered and talked about until, excuse me, I'll submit my tongue, the theory of special relativity hundreds of years later. So we'll have a look at that and try and work out what the fucking hell's going on, because I do not know. Okay, guys, lots of clues in this along the way. Images of the day and what I've been up to in the last week or so, and a visit to a castle. Parsons in our ooze. There's loads of clues through Parsons. We picked this word apart before, haven't we? You know, it's one of those churchy words like parish. You go to the parish, the parish, which is all in this book, by the way. Okay, clues galore. Clues galore. So we're going to spin through a bit together. And a lot of the juice together. So make sure to share this out. Who's watching? 372 of you on a Tuesday night? Is it even a Tuesday? I don't even know anymore, guys. So, concerning the weirdness and everything else that's going on in the realm, guys, I'm going to be talking of that along the way. Now, if you noticed the title to my vlog, did you? Creating Equilibrium, okay, and the Pruning of Nations. Now, this happens, guys, okay? We've been talking about reset for a number of years on Flat Earth British, guys, haven't we? We've been fully aware. The first time I talked about Scotty Wadles, I'm a brother from Canada, from Chicago. Peace and love to you. We've been talking about this for years, guys. Okay, my first post was 3-4 years ago, talking about purging the nations and depopulations. Now, I guess in the good old days, they used to have like world wars, you know, send loads of men to their imminent death to be blown to smithereens. And if that don't work, we'll have a little pretend epidemic a little while later, get rid of another load of millions. But when you look at the surplus population growths at the time, things seem to increase. In fact, for all that death and carnage of both world wars, the world's population actually exploded exponentially out of nowhere. Sort of contradicting the narrative for getting rid of everyone when you really think about it. So how do they get rid of people? Depopulations. Well, we reset, they rewrite history. They're doing it real time, guys. You've all seen the film 1984. The guy's job on there, okay, Winston's job on there is to rewrite history as it changes. No, that's not real. We won the war. Next day, they won the war, Eurasia. And they keep changing it. Well, they didn't do that, guys. The libraries are all being closed down. Okay, and they're going to replace all books with ebooks. So they can be altered from the original form and controlled. So the message from, I guess, our generation, they think might be lost. But game over, isn't it? It's just a matter of time before they fuck off already. We all know this, don't we, guys? Everybody is waking up. So I think the universe is at work here, guys. I think we should just go with this, is what I think. I think maybe it's out of their control also. Maybe they sent everybody home to go and have a good think, maybe. Have a good think about what we all did, all of us, guys. Okay, maybe that's what it is. So that we can align, okay, for the reset, if you like. There's loads of forms of reset, guys, okay? That doesn't necessarily mean everybody has to be killed, does it? Okay? Now, this has never happened before, okay? Not in any reset has this type of awakening. This is the moment. This is it. This is it. Okay, if you deny this is it, well then deny that the whole of humanity just got closed down on complete insanity, and people are being bullied by the police, or given fines that will end their lives and put families on the streets. They want everybody on the street or in camps, and they're definitely pushing towards this, guys. Okay, so don't want to be pulling a resistance too late in the day, is what I'm trying to say, guys. Okay, it has to be done very, very fucking soon, is what has to happen. Okay, the tipping point, the critical mass, when everybody says no more, we do not consent to your complete fucking insanity. Do not download your psychopathy on us anymore, please. That's what we're going to do, guys. Now, on that note, I'm getting strange vibes from that chat. I don't even know why. It's Andrew wants to debate flat Earth. No, flat earther. I'm hardcore flat earther, but do an alternative history. Don't do research for people. We send you in the right direction because we're caring people. Okay, but we just don't do research because that makes no sense. Plus, you read my book, so how can you deny that it's even a club? It makes no sense to me. It's impossible to deny. Anyway, peace and love to you all. Flat thumbs before we go. Okay, make sure to keep that vibration of not giving a fuckness on a high level. Okay, to write this out together. So, Hallie Davison, good name. Jeffrey Griffin, good to see you. Blessings from Nova Scotia. Ed Bragshire, oh yeah, Ed, my brother. Squirrel, who is patrolling. Good to see you, Squirrel, my brother Nathan. Mr. Mensa, good to see you again. And Andrew has been timed out by Squirrel. Well, I didn't want to actually say knock yourself out, Square. I just put it out there into the ether psychically. So you picked up on it, because I'm like that. I don't like to do unkind things. Andrew bought my book. Says he's seen the ISS through a telescope. So something that's the size of a bus, 240 fucking miles away. What was he looking through? Lucifer. Just makes no sense. This thing would be like a bullet, isn't it? It's falling away from Earth apparently at 17,500 miles an hour. You know, I wouldn't even be able to conceive it. It'd be gone in a second, in a flash, if it was a real thing. It makes no sense. Doesn't mean it. Anyway, just before I go flat Earth rant, which is always a thing that I do anyway in my head. Anyway, Paul Simon, great music, Paul. Boy in a Bubble. Fucking nailed it, mate. Yeah, it's happened. I know. Lasers in the jungle somewhere. Yeah, we know. You can call me Al. Yeah, I know. AI. I know. DMM, good to see you. It's a Wednesday, is it? Oh, right. I've lost another day somewhere. Is that so? Oh, all right then. It's Wednesday then. So. Oh, you're Jugage. Right, we're going to get into it. I'm going to share screen. We're going to look at some of this book together. I'm going to flick through a few pages. Don't want to spend an eternity on it, guys, because it's a meaty read. It's like 500 books. I go through it twice, but when you get to the end, this guy is a heliocentricist, guys, but he does doubt it later on. He talks about the curve, whether or not there is even a conceivable curve. Okay, so he knows, okay? But he also goes, we're talking about consciousness, completely the other end from where we do. But one weird thing is the date on this book. Okay, well, look at the date on this book and some of the subjects he's touching upon for this time period, which to my mind is not a thing at that period. So it's a bit weird. We'll go through it together and we'll discover together. Okay, guys? That's what we'll do. Anyway, make sure to share this up. Peace and love. Make sure to watch, keep an eye on chat for me. Sub moderators, would you? Hold the fort for me. Hold the fort. Richard. While I share screen and do stuff. Thank you very much. Now, Runty Turtle, Pina Colada, half a pound of muesli. What do you think of Shirley Williams? I want to go to the toilet. Okay. Now, that's one of my favourite songs. Okay, now here's the book. Now we got I've just gone through it a little bit. I'll show you the context and the pages at the beginning in a minute. But I'll give you some of the idea of the craziness this guy is coming out with. But later on he tries to make some sense of it. But concerning what we know of manifestation and the way this realm is, he tends to go a little bit the other way. And the bias of science, falsely so-called in our day, is literally preposterous notion of physical causation. The term mind was originally set apart to designate the active side of existence, comprehending everything pertaining to causation. The term matter to designate the passive side of existence, comprehending everything pertaining to the effect. This polarity modern science proposes to eliminate by discerning the term matter. Shall include both cause and effect, and the term mind be restricted to the certain of the numerous effects of matter. Oh, right. Well, it's not totally excluding it, but now since matter, as it is represented to the human mind by the five senses, does not really exist according to the atomic theory. So when's the date on this book? 1893. So Faraday's talking about quantum mechanics or atomic theory, is he, in 1893? So I think that's a little early. That's earlier than Marie Curie, isn't it? Before like Heisenberg and Einstein and all them get and running just prior to the First World War. So that is earlier, but I guess they are talking about atomic theory. But it is to be conceived as merely the congruence of hypothetical mathematical points. Faraday is obvious. that only a short time of training these lines. So he's saying that it's a mathematical construct, quantum mechanics or atomic theory, which it is. So over here it goes into the earthquake at Lisbon. Okay, so they talk about terrifying events and being able to pull them out of the sky. More, he says that when events happen and their times can be actually picked out of these depictions that we look at. He gives you later on these time scales and calendars. I've looked for 2020. It's not on there. It's a little bit later, 2020, 2050 something, for cataclysmic events. It's crazy. But let's have a little look here. So the earthquake of Lisbon, these stupendous... Now, remember, Lisbon got wiped out twice by a tsunami and a terrible earthquake, the entire city. These stupendous events being connected primarily with the great destruction and recovery of equilibrium in the solar system. So what are they saying? They're saying that when the planets or whatever these luminaries are aligned at a specific time, a great destruction has to be carried out to regain equilibrium within the solar system or regaining a balance. Well, that is interesting. Anyway, the second consequence, wrecking the continent of America when the globe, like I said, is a heliocentricist, became involved in the consequences of disorder of the skies. So it's something to do with the skies, always in every single narrative, from Homer to Plato to Plutarch to all ancient echoes of this void of history that is missing to everybody. And they all say exactly the same. And what's more, all the deities are the same, and they'll all show you exactly their source and who everybody, a lot of people in this realm are actually being worshipping, guys. Okay? So, dun, dun, dun. America, when this ruin befell, was the seat of the greatest empire that ever existed, and its irresistible armies that terrorized Europe and Asia. So America is the biggest empire ever existed. And it said this in the last book, but there was a great splitting anyway of the landmass, apparently. In America, rediscovered in the 15th century, the population repopulated in the 17th century, was recovered Egypt and the Promised Land. Just like the Promised Land. Who said that? Martin Luther King. And he said that he stood on the mountain and seen the whole plain. I wonder if they actually took him to the mountain. So it gives you clues like, you know, the swan Cygnus is Canaan, as we already know. And the place is shown to be fixed in America by a combination of celestial and terrestrial geography, which gives to Russia the bear, China is the lion, to the British Isles the unicorn, and the Great Pyramid of Pleiades with the constellation of the gigantic Bible in stone. Is directly connected with Herschel, Proctor, Smythe, So yeah, there's 1,001 clues. I'll show you the beginning of the book and what it's about. It's clearing up history, the void, a bit like we're doing now, no different, but he's looking from, I guess, a Christian standpoint, but not really. He's talking about the microcosm. Okay, so I guess personal spiritual development. So new light from the Great Pyramid, the astronomical geographical system of the ancients recovered and applied to the elucidation of history, ceremony, symbolism, and religion, with the exposition of the illusion from the prehistoric, objective, scientific religion of Kadmon, the microcosm of the historic, subjective, spiritual religion of Jesus Christ, the microcosm. And it's by Albert Ross Parsons. Okay, so it goes into Greek, Norse, and Hindu. It gives you the Vedic scriptures as well, and diagrams, and it is fantastic book for this field. It really is. So I'm not really going to go with the Great Pyramid technology. They are telling you that it's connected with the end times, etc., and planetary alignments, because this thing's supposed to be, you know, have some kind of correlation to the luminaries. So you get the Torah in there as well, and And basically all world religions telling you exactly the same caper. It is absolutely mad, mental, mate, mental. This type of thing. So the 5 highest tributaries of Christianity, viz. Apollo, worshipped in Greece, Bacchus, who is Osiris, who is also Pan, worshipped by the Egyptians, the Judaism, Buddhism, and Zoroastrianism. And Apollo, worshipped, would thus appear to have travelled from the Appalachian Mountains in North America to Greece by England. So that's a little bit different, isn't it? And the great Cathedral of St. Paul's bearing the sign of occupying the state of the ancient temple of Castor and Pollux, while the Bacchus, who is Osiris, worshipped travelled overland to Egypt at the southernmost route prior to the division of the land of South America from that of Africa, because it was all connected, so he could walk, and there was no water at the time until there was a great dunking or sinking of it all. So it goes mad into Bacchus basically and Pan, who are the same entity. But we knew this anyway, most of us, didn't we, guys? These are the same characters through Greek mythos, a lot of them in the Holy Bible, a lot of them in Hindu faith. They are all analogous for the same happening, the same thing, what everything is happening now. So these are your other Pluritax, the only other contemporary of the time to give you any clues to what's happening in the whole of this period, guys. Okay, so let's flick through a few. I'll show you a few more before we go on to the next article. I'll link this up to you. It's a 500-page book that talks about catastrophe, flesh of murdered animals. It's actually pretty horrendous. I don't want to give you my energy right now. Just not doing it. But it's clues galore. 3:30. Okay. Let me just give you 2:30. Give you an idea of what's kind of juicy things. So Sodom and Gomorrah there. We all know what happened there. And some of Herschel's observations. Okay. So the Kabbalah, it talks about as well. So the microcosm, meaning like I guess the 4 angels mapped down to the human. It's the same sort of thing. And the Hermetics cover it all as well. It's all converging to one subject. All of it. All of it is just one subject, guys. All interpreted differently. The microcosm of what this place is, as you can see, with the alchemical depictions. So, let me just move on. 2:30. And you get this little depiction going on here, the disruption of Lucifer, which I'm starting to think is a weapon, and not just an evil devil dude with an attitude. Makes reference to Lucifer having fallen from his shining place in the heavens. So like he's a star or a luminary, just like the other luminaries, which we put forward that, could be like Phoenicians or in submarines in the water, waiting for a moment to come through, or even entities of some sort. Right, where am I? Heavens, and it intimates that the people were not suffered to the rest even in their graves. So even in their graves, they had shit come down on them when Lucifer appeared. So in Homer's Iliad, they talk about the planets, the so-called planets, whatever they are, coming too close to the Earth's surface, causing great calamity and basically the resetting of Troy and everything else. So we got quite a bit here, but it gives you like Genesis. Not until Satan appears on the scene does the fall of man occur. Satan, who is Bacchus, who is Osiris, who is Pan, who is all sorts of entities, even a few you wouldn't even suspect, because he's the master of lies after all. The question then arises, who was Satan and whence did he come? The entire allusion in Elijah to the fall of Lucifer is strictly in harmony with the idea of Vrishna, that as each planet has material structure. Oh no, I'm not going to say that, because that's just no. I don't think they have material structures at all, unless they are submarines or actual physical entities in the water, above the dome, flying around. So the Aryan race, well, who are they? They call us Caucasians because we are from Caucasus, they say, if you're Caucasian and you come from that area. But this is a big misnomer, this, you know, the Aryan thing. That was used and perverted. That's not what's going on at all, or whatever was going on at all, guys. So next page now, oh, excuse me, sorry about that, is, I hope you're all right in chat. 472 of you watching. Please share this out. Much love to you all. I hope you're happy talking amongst yourselves in chat. I will be back with you in a short while when we go through some of this. Okay. So, 314, yeah, like I said, I'll link this book up at the end. Go through at your own leisure. There's even a micro, see these headphones here? You can have it read to you. It's best to overview it first and have it read to you, and then it all goes in. That's what I do anyway. So, yeah. Fantastic book. It's like, just like the last book, you know, they talk about, you know, getting your information from other worlds other than ours. Yeah. About Huxley as well. He's a strange chap, isn't he? You know, the author of Brave New World. No, he couldn't have been around in 1890. He's a different Huxley. Okay. And they give you cycles of lunar months and everything, and when these convergences happen. Now, if you are in, you know, quite informative and on this subject, you will know that some people are waiting for some convergence point that's supposed to be happening at maybe the 12th of December or sometime around then, when everyone, a lot of people who know about this thing certainly think something is afoot. Okay, check this out. You get a lot of these depictions as well. So, sorry. Better. And timescales, which they will give you from a fake chronology, the Scandinavian chronology, but they do give you other chronologies later on in the book, guys, and the true analogies for what these subjects means, which I find fascinating as well. And it's all about destruction. But why wouldn't it be? I am the master of disaster after all. And dates. It gives you dates of when things are in specific places for them and their spooky witchcrafty stuff to happen. And, like, you know, sacrifice is justified, sort of thing. For in their minds, guys. Because, you know, to them, we're only cattle after all. Ugh. So apparently Christ has enemies, says here. So those who live according to reason are Christians, though accounted atheists, while those who live without reason are enemies of Christ. Shouldn't really. I thought it was all forgiving, and, you know, forgive them, they know not what they do, and suddenly it's got enemies. But who even knew? Who even knew? So, yeah, it goes into some big clues about our reality in this book. Now, I can't take it as sanctum, but what I'm saying is it's an alternative idea for history, and it corroborates with all of the ancient echoes, guys. It's just a different interpretation. This book is as valid as our interpretation, but it gives us clues to what these symbols and these analogies mean that we'll be looking into all these times, guys, you know? So we'll be able to put more clues together. Need a little bit more help to cover some more of this. Anybody find clues? You know, Bacchus amongst us, used and made musical instruments. It does not mean that the Bacchic religion was to be restored by Jesus. Oh dear! So why would Jesus be bringing back a Bacchusite religion? Isn't that really unusual? But you do get a lot of that in this book, actually, because it goes into some detail about who all of these really are and what it actually means. And it gives you Shakespeare, I guess. It gives you a picture of Yorick holding a skull. Oh, that's poor Yorick. He got his head chopped off and then he got it whatevered. So, and the calendars and what they mean, you can, you know, for historical dates, like, you know, in, I guess, Greek mythology, guys, or Roman mythology concerning Bacchus and the birth of these entities, which they so go into, you know, like Virgo, Virgin. Who's the Virgin? Mary. who is the same as the Greeks and the same as the Babylonians and the same as the Christian Mary. And they also go into what I guess what Zeitgeist says as well about the, how the, that specific time in December when the sun stops doing what it's doing for a little while and then changes, and then there's a new time of year. So, the rebirth or the brand new sun event that they're talking about, guys, in this book. So as you can see, it's full of alchemical depictions. It talks about everything that we usually talk about. Let me just show you one or two more pages, and then I'm just going to go on to something else. Okay, 314. I must have timestamped for something significant because I was reading it real late. So 314. Here. Let your communication be ye with Jehovah. Nay, nay, yo, negative. Thus Aristotle derives erroneous from heaven, hava, Jehovah, from orono, ono, that is the boundary of things above. Boundary of things above. Jehovah is Elohim. There is no one else beside him. The semantic language of the Babylonian read that the sign of the star, Elu, the divine principle, this word Elu is El. Is the name of the deity in all semantic languages, ancient and modern, and in Arabic, Allah, and Hebrew singular, El. Why doesn't thou forsake us, the plural Elohim? That is the galaxy. So I pretty much nails that in my head anyway. Not that I didn't know that, but it's nice to know the semantic Babylonian language sign of the star. So Elohim, El, electricity as well. We are looking at electrical forces and apocalyptic Phoenician weapons. If I was to have to guess, because every single one of these stories captured the crack of doom and the renovation of the world. This is like when the civilization or the classical civilization of Troy gets taken out. And again, we've looked at Troy, Helen, the face that launched 1,000 ships, and the ships were Phoenician ships, as we looked into before. Okay, so one more page, and then I'm going to be bouncing out of this because it is, as I said, a massive read, and I can't read it all. It talks about the equilibrium in the universe. Now, if they particularly program us the way they do, this last Avengers film with Thanos, when he's got a button and he presses it and he resets half of the whole of the universe, it's like, well, that comes out like 2 years before there's some sort of, reset. Yeah, they're predictively programming into some sort of selection going down. And somebody's taken the time to scratch some of these. It's concerning Janus there as well. Ganesh, Gamedes, Januranius. So they're saying Ganesh is Janus. Has Ganesh got two faces? Very, very big cluage in this, guys, but needs more concentration, which I cannot give you at this time, because I got too much going on this page already. So these are very informative, these little scratchings. Look at this. With the wicked fireballs. You see the fireballs coming into the four angels? And you've got the inertia plane, Mount Meru, north and south, pretty much giving it away. With the cosmic powers of darkness, with the destructive winds in the heavens. Therefore, take upon you the panoply of deity, that you may able to resist the day of evil, and having achieved all things to stand and stand, therefore having your loins girded with the truth, and above all things having taken the shield of fidelity, by which you will be able to quench all of your indignant darts of wickedness. So, but that sounds like sticking really harsh with one religion, man. So they talk of one fascinating thing in this, guys. Early on in the book, they talk about the whole place was frozen at an instant, and all of the mammoths got frozen at an instant. Northern Russia. I don't know if you can see this. It's awfully small writing. Let me just bring it up a bit. I hope everyone's okay in chat. Just come to 500. Make sure to share this out, guys. Thanks. Excuse me. So yeah, some massive event. So they start with the Jonestown flood. If you don't know the Jonestown flood, we've covered it on Flat Earth British. That was in the late 1800s. But northern Siberia, they used in turning, yet others still procured in great plenty, says whoever Lille is. But what it goes on to say is mammoths could not graze upon icebergs, nor support their bulk, and few polar lichens. They all died in mud anyway. But it gives you bullshit dates, actually. But it says it was an apocalyptic event in... everything froze over. I don't like this 10,000 year time scale they're doing to the last ice age. That's too Graham Hancock for my mind. So anyway, I'm gonna post this below in the descriptions box, and we are moving on. No, I need help with these. These are a head fuck. I don't know what these are. Thanks, Richard. I use Moxie. Good to see you. I think Armageddon already happened. Yeah, they could be all dead already, Loyal Tango. We might not even be there anymore. Connie Lingus, I want to thank you so much for my copper bangles and my smudging sticks. I have smudged this entire place. It feels fantastic. Thank you. I Stuff Beagle. Lovely seeing your videos up and running. And out all the time. Keep them coming. Keep them coming. Dragon Sage. Sam. That's all Apocalypse means, is the unveiling. Now, I want to know what I got here. It's a bit of an head mash. What I've got is these strange paintings or inscribings, but they're plaques. And they're of names in France, right, or villas of antiquity. Now, they're really early, but there's something weird going on, and I'll show you now. So are the scratches ornaments dropping? But then I got magged down, and then some really weird stuff started to appear. Like, what time scale are we even looking at? Look at this place. Is that electrified? Is that lit up by the electric? Is this night? Look at it. And what kind of strange, art form is this? And that's in reverse, so I can't really see what it is. Foreign and in reverse. Help, anyone? So what are we exactly looking at? Well, there's 3-story temples. I'm guessing this must be some sort of scratching, but who does artworks in the sky at night in this period? And what's this enclosure? All fantastically lit up. It's not unusual. Look at this building here. It looks like a modern multi-story circular car park. And this thing here, Rotunda, all lit up. You got the trees, big gates. So yeah, I know it's from a bird's eye perspective. So I'm not really sure what's going on with that, guys. Really not. There's a few of them. Can't really make sense. 1766. 1766. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Ha. This is an ancient mosaic, and it's got the flower of life right smack in the middle, guys. What we got here? Ducks or something. Aquatic beings. Ship. And whatever that is, can't tell. Got the swirls, just like the waves. Perfect technasmia lines on a perfect flower of life. So, just going on that, this ancient mosaic will tell you that these knew everything about what we know, that they hang loads more platonic solids, the whole shmoly. What's this? It's in reverse again. I-782. So the reverse plaques. I'm guessing they're made of some sort of metal. Are they for the plaque themselves? Rubbing maybe for them to be in reverse. You know what I mean? Cluage, anyway. But that's beautiful, don't you think? Woohoo! Turtle, is it? Oh, thank you. It's a turtle. Check this out, though. The destroyed world. So they're like negatives, aren't they? This is the first thing. I've never seen any form of photography like this. I don't even know what to make of it, if I'm honest with you. It's just crazy stuff. It's French. You got these like striations always dropping from the sky. These scratches. And what would be the point of, you know, taking a picture of that crazy building, you know, sort of ruined. Always got to show you the apocalyptic past, haven't they, in these artworks? Look. Neem. Oh, excuse me. It's in Australia. It's back up now. So you don't get anything from the bottom. No, not really. It's in reverse again. Let's have a look at this. There's a red bricker and a windmill there. Situ. But again, what a strange form of picture, guys. It's like a negative, but only not, isn't it? It's really strange. Very interesting. First time I saw them. Oh, we got some temples. What we got there? Not sure. I'm not sure. But it looks like the Temple of Jupiter. But obviously, that would be destroyed. This was Babylonian. What buildings we got? Well, late 1700s close, and they're in a mud-flooded environment. Stones everywhere. And an old Greco-Romano temple for whatever high strangeness went on in there. And a Roman viaduct carrying the aqua. So I'm guessing this guy in this strange format of picture knew exactly what to take, whatever this is. Night photography? Are we looking at night photography? Or plain old etchings? Seems a real lot of effort, if you ask me. So I'll link them below. We got loads more to get through. So, almost 500 you're watching. Make sure to share this up, guys. Do me a solid. So I'm going to give you a mixture of pictures here, some of which are from Spain, some of which are from Portugal, but they're all from the Iberian Peninsula. And we're going to do some investigating and see what we can discover. This city seems to be completely enclosed in a humongous star footage. At first, I thought to myself, are all of these buildings empty and they got no windows in them? But it's not, it's shutters, but there's no life. Got a cafe. Massive starfoot wall. So, let's have a look down there. You can't find any people around. You know, this long road here, you think, is that a person? Yeah, maybe two people there. But these are 4-story buildings, these are as well. You know. Oh, look, what's this thing here? All right, it got a nice little chapel thing in the foreground. Coptic. Oh, that's nice. And then you get the Christ character with the arms open. So, yeah, if you really think about the context of that book we just looked into in a deeper context, going on everything else that we found out in architectural mysticism and myth, the sacred theory of Earth, Book of the Damned by Charles Forth, they will all, if you don't know these books, you get them on the Flat Earth British website resources. They all tell you the same story, and the same characters, and the same resets, and the same floods, and the same all. Once you know, you know. So anyway, that's an interesting picture, but not as interesting as these. Now we're going to struggle through a few of these. They are quite early. There are 700-800. We're obviously not going to look at them, guys, because we're going to stroll through some cool antiquity of from 1844 to 1920. So some of these are from 1844, so quite early. But they're going to give you church machines, huge storage, excuse me, etc. So let's check it out, shall we? They're all very juicy. We do get a lot of cow shit on the floor. Oh, and the old ladder Rooney. We got a ladder. But they stick their deities all over these buildings and cover it to give it that, you know, that magic thing that they do, which we looked into also in the last week. Churchage, says Cunnilingus. I know. Now, let's have a struggle through and see what we can find in this, because some of these are very juicy indeed. Let's have a look at this one. So, I'm guessing it goes deeper, maybe dozens of steps, but they always have these massive doors and people are up to by here. Check out the detail in this. Is that DNA strand? Don't know. Let's have a look. So, yeah, they built pretty damn good, these monkeys, in the past, didn't they? You know, these gay monkeys with their little chisels. Ha ha ha, whack. Ha ha ha, whack. All day long. Sharpen my chisel, I've done 3 whacks, it is blunt. This marble is really hard. Ha ha ha, hard. So that's what they do all day. Especially them Benedictine monks. They don't put the dick in for nothing. Benedictine? Yeah, I know. So, Benedictine. Benedictine. I never noticed that before. That's actually what it is, Matt. Yeah, I know. I know it is. Jesus Christ. Something just stung me. So, yeah, check that door out. Bet these all protrude out because it's got little pyramidical shadows. Have a look on there. And a whole host of angelry. Angels, in my head, same as demons. Electrical forces. Oh, let's have a look at this. Plenty of knobbly bits on this. So, ooh, they're looking at you. He's looking at you. He's got his frisbee. He's saying, do you want a game of frisbee? No, it's banned. It's pandemic. Not allowed to. No contact sports. It's not contact. You're 30, 40 foot away. Yeah, well, they say that about tennis, don't they? You're still not allowed. Look at him. Ugh. So much, you know, you get a lot of these head plaques on these statues, and they're always looking right at you. I'm wondering if they're like, are they moving when I'm not looking? Is that what's going on? Are they actually moving, these heads looking at portals, guys? Bloody well hope not. So let's struggle through. Ooh. Monasteries, what's going on with that? Monastery. No windows in this building, though, for some reason. And let the garden go to crap as well. They do that, I guess. Right, let's go through. So these are maybe Portugal, maybe Spain. Excuse me. About the Iberian Peninsula. I'm guessing not all religious themed. I want to check out some of these statues, see if they got any entities. Ugh. I don't know. Can you see the face on this dude here, guys? Has he got like a big, you know, can you see him? It's got like it's like a dog head or something. Got a snoz. Can you see that? He's hiding in the background. I showed that she's in the shadows, so these are really little as well. Giantage. Ooh, maybe we can discover some more weird critter faces. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. See if we discover. Oh, what's this? These look electrical, don't they? Them bits. So they're all having a look around. It's weird, isn't it? These statues. I got that the way the light catches a face there. What's that thing behind it? It's awfully weird as well, isn't it? It's like a bear skin hanging in the, just hanging there. Right, well, let's have a look at this one. So thanks for joining. 499 of you. One person join. Make it 500 for me. There's all dirt on there. I wonder what this place was. It's on the roof of something. Right, let's go through. Let's go through. Let's see what we discover, Martin, on Flat Earth Britishness. Woohoo! On a Tuesday, which may be a Wednesday. Oh, look at this star footage. Ooh, what's that there? Ooh, I wonder what that is. Maybe the top of something else in the further away, but ooh, looks really technical. So I'm guessing that's a water tower. Don't know about these with them serrated tops, the same as what I call bollards, which have got all sorts of names. I just said that. Oh, an aerial. Well, I guess it could have had an aerial, but yeah, super tower. That what would have been its purpose? Pfft, who even knows? Pumping station for the flood. Maybe near a river. Oh, let's have a look at some Portuguese people. If they are Portuguese, they look Portuguese. They look fantastically healthy, don't they? They look fantastically healthy, happy because of all that olive oil and tomatoes and good shit they have, and no, like they got today, GMO, everything. So let's struggle through. I'm going to find some others deeper into this collection. Like I said, there's almost 800 photographs. Let's have a look. So yeah, they were Spain, Salamanca, etc. So let them load up. Ooh, let's have a look at this. So there's a procession coming through. Don't run over the chicken. Ooh. Hanging your wash, you know, nothing wrong with that. It's all in the mud, isn't it? There's not much happening in that picture at all, is there? Oof. I don't think they got back at all well there, did they? So, this looks a more modern picture. Let's have a look. Why the bars? Maybe not. Why the bars on the windows? And all of this here. Oh, it's railings right the way across. Okay. Because the Vatican was the only ones with any money. So that'd bar their windows because they're so gracious and so kind. They keep all their door closed in the pandemic instead of opening their doors saying, come on, homeless people. We love you. You can have some. In fact, everybody can just take your space. We'll bring food in later and look after you. This is what God would have wanted. Instead of keep the doors locked, no more religion, no more worshipping or anything, and no more bullshit salvation that's not going to come. So at least we know where we are, which is fantastic, because now we know we've only got one another. So we got to take it back. So they fucking grab all the kids and everybody else is just a worm bait. You see now this shit goes out in communist countries, guys, and this is just weirder than any communism you've ever known. Every country in the world is in on it. And they can do, seemingly, we have no rights anymore. We have the Zyro, and we have an Alpha and Omega. The Shell. Well, it's the 4 angels, but I guess in this is also a designation for the Knights of Malta, maybe. So you've got the shells again. What we got in here? This is interesting, isn't it? And a Zyro. So they know about Alpha and Omega. And I bet that is probably the real explanation, which I covered on my last channel. Flat Earth British, Tartarian, Celtic Tartarian channel. Massive railings on these things here, guys. Look at this. You know, they got the telegraph at this point. We should date the one so you know which ones are 1844. That I would like. So then you would know a little of the decoration there. I'm going to flick through some other stuff and I'm going to come back. I'm going to have a chat about things. Just want to see this. Oh, loads of Cherubinus. You see what I mean when they stick their head out of these angel portals? Yeah, I know. Again, with the serpent. And he's got the, I guess, like the Reaper's scythe. Don't fear the Reaper. Kick it in the face. So, let's have a look. Just have a little. Don't fear the Reaper. Kick him in his bollocks. Look. That is super gooper. Look at somebody actually made the effort to put all these little demonic entities. Smooth bits. Wow. That is high strangeness. So I'll go over here. Talking of high strangeness, we got some high strangeness going on. He's got like, you know, serpenty feet or mermaidy feet or mermani feet. Oh, look at these two. Tweedledee and Tweedledum. And this is, I guess, in pan because, you know, it's got the hoofs going on. So, oh God, that's a bit bad energy to have attached to your house. But wow, just to hold the floor in place. Yeah. Sheesh. That seems a lot of effort just to hold that floor in place. Anyway, so that's nice. Let's move on. I know it's probably really nice, but let's have a look at the top of that. And I'm going to go through some other stuff. I can always come back to these later. So thanks for joining. 575, 475 of you. Thank you, Jeffrey Griffin, Glenn, and Brian Tucker, and everybody else who has joined. There's a nice little low window there. Broken away stuff. Let's have a look. Oh, well, still a lot going on, and it's always above eye level, isn't it? There's shit all happening down here. You always get up above eye level where nobody's looking, and then you get all of the juice. It's always the same with these bloody buildings. No. Is that a satellite dish with a speaker attached? I hope not. I guess we may be looking at a later age. What do you make of that, guys? Speaker? Probably speaker, yeah? What do you think? Speaker? Yeah, maybe. Well, I'm guessing they had tannoys back in them days. I don't even know. Might be prior to the Spanish Civil War or something. What did they say? 1844 to 1920, wasn't it? Yeah, they'd have had speakers then. If it is. Oh, not much going on there, is there? A bit cronky. But it goes into some fantastic art pieces. Let me just show you now. And I'll give you, well, I'll just struggle through a few more and then I'll just move on because I really do want to discover together. It's the whole point of a British think tank thing, see? Okay. No, I actually want to see loads of them. So thanks for joining on this lovely night. I'm going to show you what I've been up to. Done a couple of visits, been skanking around, doing stuff. And I'll show you all now. I've been on a spiritual quest, a spiritual journey. Let's have a look at this. Right. She's not dressed too bad, but they are on sort of weird pavement with cobble. It's all dirt on that end. And again with the railings. What do you reckon on these little tiny... Are they seashells? Yeah, they are, aren't they? So cover the building with seashells. What for? What for? Can't work that out. What would they do? What do you think, colourblind? What would they do? What would they do? It's just the Phoenician thing, and they're telling us it's their property. But, you know, I'm thinking it's some sort of tech. From what I've seen, that, I don't know, a grotto made of shells. So look at this. So it's fantastically big. And look at these windows, they're beautiful. They have to be 12 foot to see out of them. And the doors, again, you know, will bang your head there. It's 40 foot freaking high. And again, covered in shells. Now, could it be that the shells have like maybe calcite or like some sort of ceramic properties if they were like a power shell? Could they be like exterior conduits for technology? Even the wrought iron. Do you think? Or are they just concrete, just plocked on there? Because the Phoenicians got a thing for shells. Or do you think there's more going on? Seems to be something metal there. And these windows, there's got to be something more going on with them, guys. You know, that's too ostentatious just for a window covering. They're not making the big fucking deal on other windows, are they? So I think it's some sort of tech. It has to be wrought iron tech. Look at this. Some of these are fantastic buildings. From antiquity. Look at the detail in there. And again, with the seashells. You know, I'm having deep suspicions of whether or not Christianity is actually a Babylonian death cult, you know, at this stage. Just saying. Bet they don't do sacrifice. What's that? Quintas. Advertising airspace. So there's the bells. Okay. So we talked about bells in my last post. Now, we got loads of bell breakdowns. Really interesting. And it got a lot of you thinking that we knew it would. About bells and campanology, etc. So we said that there was some sort of technasmia going on with bells, which we definitely think there is. Some sort of antiquitech. So some of these are some of the clues. So if you touch electricity, what do you get? You get a belt, don't you? Or you get a belter. Or, in fact, a belt around your waist. But it's definitely got bell in it. Okay, so Belgium, the country, that has bell in it. Tremble has bell on the end. And that's associated with vibration, isn't it? Tremble. So we got tremble. We got able. We got rebel or rebellion. Oh, yeah. And symbol. Oh, yeah. Symbols. Just like the symbols on drum kits or symbols of what we pick apart with all of this caper. Yeah? Table. It's got a bell on it as well. Label. yeah, label as well, and fable. Okay, all with keys, and keys obviously have locks, and the keys are on sides of docks for ships to go on, and the locks are also for ships to go through. So the keys and the locks are clues. Also piano keys as well. Now, also, and I never said, and I did say that on my last post, that I never mentioned bell end once, did I? Except when I mentioned that I never mentioned it. But a bell end goes on the end of a what? An organ, guys. A bell end on an organ. It's technosmia. Technosmia telling you. So, also a bell is cast. What else is cast? A spell is cast. That's right. So, and bell sounds like spell. So, no coinky dink there. Watery bits. Right, let's move on. We got loads. This is Madrid. Oh, let me just go through these. These might be fantastic. So we got a knight. What are they called, knight, guys? Like night, you know, like night. Good night. Knights. Wonder what that is. And he's got a feather thing going on there. Let's have a little look. Just because I'm always curious. Oh, okay. I don't think you could do shit in these. And why? What's the need for? Oh, if I'm a bloke. How do you want your armor? Oh, well, I'd like it with a nice tutu look, please, and some fluffy feathers to go with it. Make them pink. You know what? What's going on, guys? And cut pieces and all of it. Oh, you're definitely covered in your horse with the technology. This will cover his legs because there'll be threads of something in there. Check the horns. He's like, I don't really look like this. Yeah, I'm not surprised. But we think there's something else going on with the old lance as well. Because there's some lances we have proposed. Victor found them have got some sort of, I don't know, mechanism in the end for projectiles. So they're not all. So yeah, we'll pass them on to 750 pictures of the Iberian Peninsula of Spain and Portugal and wherever else is there, the islands. Moving on. So these are a mixture of pictures that I've dug up. I'm going to show a few of them and come back to you in a minute. So Nazi Bell, the Glocken, William. Yeah, I know. But I just, talk about time travel whimsically. But you don't actually need a machine to time travel. So this is an interesting thing. It's from the 1700s, okay, actually late 1600s, and they're saying the demolition of the temple of Sheraton. And what you find is at this period, they are doing everything in their effort to smash up a temple. So like the Temple of Solomon, which I prescribed, is like the Renaissance period. Look, they're angry. They want to smash up. And see these pots? He's trying to get it off, and it's on fire. That's because it's one of those Phoenician perpetually burning lamps, guys. They have these all over their stuff because they had that, the perpetual light. And they are really going out of their way to smash up this temple. So I'm thinking somewhere along the line, guys, that they really didn't want any more of this Phoenician death cult going on. This is the artist between 1637 and 1714. So I just exit that. There's no more information on that. So they were definitely taking down temples in that depiction. So I'm wondering whether or not that was going on at that period. So this is an interesting one as well, guys. The Royal Academy. Now check this out, guys, for a freaky picture. Tell me what you think. Okay. So I'll go up slowly because it's a bit of a freak out. Now, it is from May 1672, or I-639 there, provinces, France. And what you get is a load of dignitaries, highly detailed engraving, people hugging, greeting, coming in, shaking hands. Looks a bit like Parliament. But check out the altar. Check out the altar. So you got the Phoenician. You got the Casus, but it's not Mercury, but it could be. Now check out this. Are these the race of rulers? Is this the rulers? He's just got like skeleton heads with the laurel leaves, and he's got the skeleton thing going on with the laurel leaves. I couldn't be more demonic. There's two on either sides, 4 angels of death, like on their cult thing. It's like, what? Don't touch your face. So yeah, look at that. So there's some sort of, I've posted stuff like this 100 times, guys, where there's some sort of really strange deities being shown in these places. Isn't that horrible? Why would they do that? Even if they are sculptures, still demonic entities. So yeah, all of these pictures will be linked below under the video. So this is cool. Check this out, guys, for nuttiness. So this is grotesques. This is the curio section, by the way. Sketch. Grotesques at the chapel of Bethlehem. Okay, do these monsters look familiar? These gargoyles on this church are all from popular culture. So why they have made the effort to put these all over a place of religion, I don't know. So what we got is a face hugger, fully grown. So we got a alien, yeah. We've got a gizmo. We got a gizmo coming out of the wall on a church. That's all right, as long as it's not striped and it sticks with gizmo. That's fucking fantastic. Yeah. Oh look. So what else we got? I'm not sure what this is. Yeah. It's like a face on top of large teeth. Can't really tell. Oh, there you go. There you go. What's that? He's got a gun. I'm not really sure with that one. Maybe it's a modern cartoon that I missed, but that is, that's Stripe. That's the evil gremlin. Oh, no. Do you know what happened? Fed him after midnight. Yeah, you got to listen to Mr. Myoji, man. He said no water after midnight. God, people just don't listen, do they, guys? So there it is, the freaky little chapel covered with weirdness. And out in the middle of nowhere, why would you put a fucking face hugger on it? Oh, I know, let's have some new gargoyles. Why don't we use to contemporary culture? Mind you, Gizmo's cute, isn't he, guys? And he sings lovely. Would you have a gizmo? I'd have a gizmo. Would you feed him after 12 o'clock? No, you don't pour water in or feed him. You know the rules, guys. And gremlins are real. We all know this, don't we? Seen one when I was in the Merchant Navy trying to fuck my engine up. No. Dun, dun, dun. Movie time. Now, we're going to have an education year, guys, today, right? Now, you may remember a couple of weeks ago, I was looking at expositions with Campbell, who is also a didactic channel, and UAP, who is UAP. And we were discussing expositions. And I mentioned that, didn't President McKinley get killed at an exposition? Turns out there's a bit of a weird narrative going on with this. Okay, I think it's a clue. So we're going to have movie time now, guys. I'm going to show you some old movies. Okay, short movies, all of them. Okay, we have a mixture of high interest. But first, we're going to look at a link between the expositions and basically false flag events, if that's what this is, which I definitely think it is. Okay, so let's have a look at President McKinley's later inauguration. I think he had 2, if I'm not mistaken. So, President McKinley, 1901, very interesting date. So there he is, and apparently, not the politicians are good, guys, but this guy's doing some reforms, like, and I think he's against, like Woodrow Wilson was meant to be having something to do with the Federal Reserve a little while after this, or 15 years after this. He doesn't want any of it, and I think, it's looking like either it's a genuine assassination and somebody's tipped him off. Look at these people all dressed identical. Or there's something really deeper going on. It really does have echoes of JFK story, Sohan. It has echoes of Chapman and Lennon. It has that. What war is there at this period, guys? America's not at war. So what are they ushering in? Well, it was a financial change and it was a business change. You'll see now. I'll show you a bit of it in the narrative. So, the inauguration of McKinley, and he goes to Buffalo. okay, to the madness of the Buffalo Exposition, which is fully electrified, fantastic civilizations. This is America, the old world. This will be linked up, this film, so you can watch it for yourself, and you can get links to really crazy films like testing rotary engines, massive ones in 1904, which I was going to show, but we can't show it all. So, pow! Here he is, Ron McKinley. He's an interesting chap. I don't want to go into too much of his life. He's a Freemason. He's an American Civil War veteran, and he was in some famous battles, etc. So, although McKinley enjoyed meeting in public, Cortelyou was concerned with his security due to recent assassinations by anarchists in Europe. Now, I'm guessing they're not talking about Franz Ferdinand at this point, guys, because it's a little bit early. Such as the King of Umberto the First of Italy the previous year. That didn't trigger the First World War, though, did it? The twice tried to remove from public reception from President's rescheduled visit to the exposition. McKinley refused. So he knew he was going to be killed. Cortelyou arranged for additional security for the trip, and on September the 5th, the president delivered his address at the fairgrounds before a crowd of some 50,000 people. In his final speech, McKinley urged reciprocity of treaties and other names to ensure America's manufacturers access foreign markets. So yeah, he's all about that. Okay, so later he gets killed. He gets assassinated. So the one man in the crowd is this dude here, and he's like the Black Hand guy who killed, apparently killed Franz Ferdinand, kicks off the First World War. So like Leon Frank Zaguskas, pronounce that, Kosciuszko, was an American steelworker and an anarchist who assassinated President McKinley, okay, Buffalo. So it's always like some lone guy, isn't it? Hoped to assassinate McKinley, and he managed to get close to the presidential podium, but did not fire. Uncertain if he would hit the target. So after hearing a speech by an anarchist called Emma Goldman, so she's an anarchist, in Cleveland, he decided to do something he believed would advance his cause. This is sounding like a big crock of shit. After his failure to get close enough on September the 5th, he waited till the next day at the Temple of Music, that thing, look at it, in the Great Exposition grounds, where the president was to meet in public. He had a concealed gun in a handkerchief, and then he reached the head of the line, shot McKinley twice in the abdomen. No photographs of this, by the way. But they wouldn't, would he? Because it's only the president of the United States of America, and you're not going to take a photograph of him being assassinated. That would not do. So anyway, he survived a little while later, but he knew he was done for. Okay, he went to an X-ray machine that they had in the exposition grounds. Isn't that frigging handy? So anyway, he snuffed it and he dies. Let's have a little look at McKinley. He's an interesting chap. He was in the Civil War. Let's have a look at that. What's this? President McKinley taking the oath of office. Thomas Edison. JP Morgan, yeah. So that is another inauguration. I guess he done two. Maybe he won a second term. Well, he did. So let's have a look at this. So he could have shot him there. I'm guessing this is that 50,000 crowd that they were talking about, is it? Do you know, it's a funny thing. I got a tiny little movie of later of the Buffalo Exposition, but they don't think to put his assassination in that. It's really fun, crazy. So, yeah, that's really strange narrative, that assassination. There's definitely more going on with that, you know. So there he is, McKinley. Excuse me. Let's have a look at some of his life. So there's his signature. Tell a lot about people's signature. I'm a bit of a graphologist, you know, guys. I can tell people's personalities by their handwriting. how they, how they flow. So, ooh, look at this. McKinley's mentor was a Freemason. McKinley in 1865, and that was during the Civil War, photographed by Matthew Brady. I'm guessing that is Ida McKinley. I'm not sure what happened to her hair. Is Ida actually a chick? Or is she just doing a bit of a... I don't know, she's got to be the eye... She just maybe needs just an eye pluck. What's it called? What's them things over your eyes called, guys? Eyebrow pluck. So he had a sprog. There he is a bit later on. It's a big bulk of a dude. And there he is in 1890s magazines. So interesting president. So, like I said, he done some reforms. They didn't like it, and he killed him. Or it's all a psyop, but it's funny. It just happens in the Buffalo expositions. Maybe to give it some credibility, if we kill a pretending president, they're an actor or something. That would make more sense anyway. So what we got here? Husband to the left poses member of flower delegation in Oil City, Pennsylvania. So there he is in the middle. And they all got them wicker hats on. What was the thing with the wicker hats? They were absolutely shit. I don't know. And there's his votes, 1898. He nailed it, didn't he? So, couldn't get us a photograph of him being killed, though, could you? And he had a problem with Cuba, but he had a problem with everyone, I guess. He's a politician. It's a bit like that crazy one that might be getting in or might not be getting in. That's that building in Tartaria, the Beijing Tartar Tower. Prosperity, commerce, civilization. Oh, fucking wonderful. Whoopee. We nailed it. And there he is. A lone man killed him. Of course he flipping did. That's what happened. No doubt about it. There he is. Just before he walked in, shortly after the shots were fired, he's smiling. He don't seem to have a care in the world. Is that a real shot even? His legs are all funny. Or does he tip over? He's got one leg. Why is his other leg like that? Where's his shadow exactly? There, yeah. Why is he so defined and all the others are all fuzzy? Could be a setup picture, that, you know. And then he get inside and there's the shooting in a handkerchief. No photographs of that. I missed it all. It's only the president of the United States. I'm not going to take a photograph of him lying on the floor with blood squirting out his abdomen. Whatever. So, yeah, this is the Buffalo expositions in New York, Buffalo. First electrified city, they say, but it's not, because there's a city in a diamond mine in South America that had it way before. But we know free energy was all along. But this is Buffalo, where McKinley's apparently been shot, and it'll show you that music museum, or the music one, now, and it's a fantastic civilization in 1901. Take a look. Ooh. Craziness. Look at this place, guys. 1901. Just really bad, quality film, but they're supposed to have made him look older. I bet this would have been pristine HD quality film originally, guys. Love to all. Much love to all. All flat earth British peace. 542 of you. Peace and love to you all. Hope you're all enjoying yourselves and having a fantastic time. We're going to have some fun a little bit later, as we do on Flat Earth British, images of the day and stuff, historical stuff, like we do. Thanks, Glyph. Thanks, all my brother. Thanks, Hippie Shake. I know, look at this, guys. Compared to now, can you imagine walking around this civilization? I know they like you to think that it's, built then, but this is the classical world, guys. revamped. Look at this. Queen Victoria's not dead yet. This is the Victorian era. Look at the portals. They must have known of technology. They wouldn't have had him in there. Yeah, I know. It's fantastic, isn't it? 1901, Buffalo, New York. Electrified fully. They say by, the official narrative, it is Edison with JP Morgan, as you all know, the first electrified building, JP Morgan's bank, and then Buffalo. And all of the story, the AC and DC power stations and outlays, and, the Niagara power station, and it's all just bullshit. The whole Tesla Edison thing is a dialectic. There's no doubt about it. Just to cover up the fact that there was free energy all the way along. So there's some honest Dave. Do you think he was honest? Well, he may have been. Do you think he was actually Jefferson Davis, the Confederate president? Could have been. They look really alike. Do you think he was John Brown? Well, look at the photographs of John Brown and have a look at President Lincoln when he's a young man and see if they're not the same guy. Because to me, it's the same guy. Oh, what's more on you? Okay, just have a look at the old world. So, nice stockings. Oh, shoe shop. So, I'm guessing that's what happens when you go in the shoe shop in antiquity, is if you're a woman, he tries your shoe on and ends up having a kiss. That's a bit weird, isn't it? Romance of the realm. Go on then. Blech. Let's have a look what goes on then. Oh, young man. Oh. Sit quiet. Oh, okay. Hope you don't look at my stupid hat. Look at that hat, though, guys. I know. Oh, dear. What? Lovely day. Why are you dressed in white? Make sure you don't step in any shit. Oh, no, I float along. I don't step in any shit. What does he do? He's a locksmith. Well, that was a quick cop, wasn't it? He probably said, this suitcase is full of money, love. Getting on a train. He's like, Lackawanna Railroad. Where the fuck is Lackawanna? Is that Australia? Holy cow. Yeah, this is a strange one, this. I wonder what this has got to do with Buffalo and the Great Expositions. Let's just see how this develops. I'm really curious at the moment, aren't you guys? 500 and odd you watching. Are you curious? See what happens. So they got on a train. He had a briefcase full of... He's getting on the train with his briefcase full of money. You want to hope it's money, you never know, though. Fucking hell, love. You didn't even look at his credentials. It could have been anyone. Mind you, they were more trusted in that day and age. So, they got on a train. Look how swanky that fucking train is. Boy, they're awfully familiar. We met 30 fucking seconds ago. Waving together. Whatever. And they both got handkerchiefs. There's a quinky think. Maybe they all had handkerchiefs in them days. Maybe they were all really, really snotty. Maybe they didn't have a good coronavirus thing going on. So have a look. Oh, isn't it lovely? Look at that. Look at that bit of grass. Oh, yeah, that's a lovely little bit of grass, that, love. Yeah. Oh, look, a tree. Oh, look, I think I'll point at a tree. Look, oh, yeah, a tree. I've seen one of them before. They're great, aren't they? Oh, it's so exciting. Oh, is it lovely? Yeah, it's lovely. Oh, look. It's another tree. Oh, yeah. So where is this tree? You're awfully clever, aren't you? Look, that might be where water goes. Yeah, it might be. Oh, God, it's another tree coming up. Yeah. There's another tree coming up. Yeah, cool. Yeah. Cool, you're so perceptive. Yeah. Well, you get a lot of trees in the country, don't you? Yeah, you do. God, she's fucking boring. Oh, safe boy the man. What's happening, mate? You got a ticket? No, mate, no. Oh, God, mate, you're just finding out how brain-numbingly boring she is. She just, points at trees. She doesn't elaborate upon them. Oh my God! Talking about shotgun fucking marriage, and look at the order on him. Shit, he looks holy. This might last past the week. I doubt it though. Who do you think's gonna kill who first? Do you think she'll kill him? Poison? Possibly. Poison lips. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, just got married. Net figure. He's like, fucking hell. Fucking hell. It's like the days back in the Squire days when the Squire go and have your missus on the wedding night. That would suck, wouldn't it? Like, you never have to be, mate. Bowler had to be better if you got taken short. Better than a straw boater. Just saying. They would. Whoa, what happened there? Did he nick his suitcase? What happened there? Them two were under there. Pissed as fat. What's the matter with their faces? This is the weirdest story I think I've ever seen in my life, but it could get stranger. I know the face on him then. He's like, what the fuck? The Yig men. Okay, that was strange. Okay, now we're moving on. Now, dun dun dun, Tartaria. So, in 1901 or 1904, okay, women were making armaments. Now, I want to establish whether this is the United States or Britain, because I can't imagine what war you had going on in the United States in 1904. It is. So maybe you were arming us to bomb the shit out of maybe the Boer, because we were at war. We're always at war. I can't imagine what you were at war doing. But anyway, so let's have a look what women were up to in the armaments factory in such an early period, just after the Victorians. Girls winding amateurs. Oh, amateurs. Oh, they're winding amateurs. Oh, right. For the armaments. Oh, all right then, but amateurs. Right. Look at this witch walking up and down. Yeah. Should have her on the throat now in a minute. She's smiling for now. I got it wrong. Don't get it fucking wrong. You trap your fingers in there so they all just squish up and mangle. Right. She's got the dude in. See this silly this silly one, yeah? She got it totally wrong. Killer. Yeah. No, he's not. He's been a bit kinder. So they got the engine guy in to show you how to wind, maybe. I thought they were making bombs. Sorry, that's my mistake. Oh, they're getting a third guy in. Oh, this is like the film Airplane, isn't it? With the nuns, start off with, the spanner, and then it advances to the baseball bat, to the rocket launcher. Right, she's going to be punished. Holy shit, this is not good. My nerves are shot. Hope she's all right. She's not fucked up, no. This looks like a torture device. They're going to electrocute her. I'm very intrigued to see what's going to be happening. And what are they winding exactly? This is 1900 whatever. Did he do a little dance then? He did do a little dance, didn't he? He did a cha-cha thing. Don't look down. Don't look at one another. Don't touch your face. Wow, this is trippy. What's he coming down with? Another one. Oh, sorry. They do look like bombs, but probably not. Probably factory things. So that's interesting. Right. So after they've been abused all day by that nasty woman who just got the boss in for getting it wrong, yeah, you get paid. You actually get paid. And in 1904, right, girls taking time checks. Let's have a look at this and we'll waltz him through. Let's check out the women of 1904 and what they do. Historical context. Well, I'm interested. So they got a proper clock in on machine. Okay, she's first because she's bad. Right, let's have a look. They all got the same haircut. You got to keep her hair up because you get it in the machine. You get mangled like tits in a mangle. Look at this. Okay. Ha ha ha. Off down the pub. 16 pints of lager. I'm not. I'm going to go and get my head punched in. Yeah, me too. Look at these women. They're all dressed the same though, aren't they? Don't look too happy, most of them. Whoop, hand on the side. She's doing a bit of a striker pose. Okay. Wiggle, wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle. So they still wiggle. Fuck me, how many are working in this factory? Whew. Okay, wiggle. Doing a little dance, aren't they? A little clocking off dance. This would go great on a modern day contemporary music record, wouldn't it? Do you reckon? So maybe a bit of techno or something. Holy cow, how many of them is there? I don't like these bows they wear. Whoa, check her bouffant. Whew. You could butt someone with that, it would just bounce off. Wow, And she's got one as well. You've got like this curler thing at the front. Oh, you dropped yours. First one. Jinx on you. Yeah, they all got that thing at the front. She hasn't. She got her tied back. So I've noticed that they're all white so far. This is America. I wonder if they were paid well. So clocking in and clocking out, been going on a long time. I'm not watching anymore. That's boring. Anyway, moving on. So this is unusual, guys. Okay, let's think from a scientific standpoint. I'm going to come back in a minute. Have a little chat with you all so you can see more Gregory Peck and just have a chat. So this is an old book from the 18th century, but it's on about, like, you know, basically the solar system, etc. But I found a few things that don't really fit, anomalies that I can't get my head around. I'm not going to go with the heliocentrism, obviously, but it goes into like this sort of thing. Okay, now it is a Phoenician text, but they go into like, he's got the firmament here. Okay. And then you got all these like sphered bodies inside. But it gets stranger because there's things that are not supposed to be around for this period. So I'm thinking that maybe the later physicists have been plagiarizing. So the planets, consciousness, really strange stuff. And obviously no similarity to modern day heliocentrism. Some of them get there though. But with the alchemical terms. You've got the firmament on the outside. Yeah, again. See what I mean? So they're still doing the firmament. Okay, let's get a bit further. And then you get this affair. So I don't know what that is, Terra, but it's a circle. I don't know what landmass is there. I guess you could be looking down. Pizza Earth. And then you got this here. Coloniae, Air Superior, and Materia Celesti. Very unusual setup. But check this out, guys. I'm not sure. There's one up here which blew my mind. See it? So I guess they're talking about the volcanicity and an iron core, Fe core, which you can't prove. So you get these spheres again. And this fucked my head up. Oh, what are we looking at there, guys? Well, we're looking at gravitational well, aren't we? You know, and this can't be around in the 18th century because, like, with the mentioning of atomic science in 1893, I guess we could just scrape through with that. But, you know, gravitational lensing and gravitational wells, okay, are not spoken about, as far as I know, until maybe 1906, special relativity, when gravitational lensing gets pushed through. Bullshit. But yeah, it seems to be not just the course of the sun or whatever that is, but there seems to be some pitting as well, not just the elliptical. So I found that really unusual. So Terra, sun atmosphere, sun turbillion air. And then you get these millions and millions of little bubbles. Yeah, look at this. So what's that? That's the stable 8. Is it the atomic structure? Is it? What are we looking at here? Look at this. And then you get the hexagonal beehive effect. For what? Types of air up in the firmament, as far as I can see. Air shard. Isn't that really, really unusual? Different types of air. I find that so intriguing. Could nail this. Obviously not going with the heliocentrism bit, but that's not exactly what they're showing. They're showing concentric wheels. And it's very alchemical, you see. So, yeah, really freaky freaking book that is. So we've got some films to show you. Now I'm just going to come back for a second. Let me stop sharing for a second. Hi, guys. Peace and love to you all. So let's have a look at you all and have a little bit of shout, and I'll tell you what's coming next on Flight of British. Good to see you all. Thank you, Hippie Shake. There's lots more to come. Okay, so what we covered is a crazy book. I've just lightly covered, actually, because I'm not in the mood to be ready, not in a ready frame of mind anyway. So I'll share that with you, okay, and you look through it. I'll give you some of the pointers of what is in there. Okay, so that's a fantastic book. It is. It's a mind blow. If you're into this subject, holy fuck stuff, okay? And big clues concerning, what some of these symbols mean. Because we do see these stars in these alchemical symbols. Now, next time we look at them, we'll make more sense of what these mean. But I know what they mean and know what it all means. Okay. Cataclysm. Master of disaster. Kachin. So, hi, El Condos. Anthony Suso, my brother. From a different mother. Good to see you, Ant. What's happening, mate? Bitcoin Wolf Club, good to see you. Squirrel Sniper, awesome pictures and fine. Got loads more pictures to show you. Loads more coming up. Okay, so let me have a drink. Got some fruit smoothies. Katie, hi, cool Katie. Yay, Karen Dirt. Living like Karen Dirt. Say hi to Rob, your man. Good to see you. I am created multi-dimensional expressions in 2D. Well, we could be in the 4D realm now. Could be all dead. Just basically could have all be killed at an earlier point, and just acclimatise into our new realm. Okay, the rapture has already happened, and so has the apocalypse, and we have nothing to worry about. There's always that scenario, but I think it's more likely that the universe is at play to regain equilibrium, because everything has been to fuck, okay? You can't go back to that old world. That can never happen. I wouldn't want to anyway. This, or what's happening, this epic strangeness, has to happen, okay? And if it means that a fuckload of people are going to die, well, you just be like a Buddhist. Don't even attach to it. It's part of the equilibrium balance. And we all have to go through it. There's no choice about it. Because it's part of this, if you want to call it an ascension, what happens next? In my mind, I've mentioned actually this week, that we are the Indigo children, guys. We usher in a new era, a new time for the people. No time, a new realm unveiling, okay? The truth of what we are, okay? Truth of what our souls can do. We do not exist in this realm, guys. We exist in a non-physical realm. Our bodies, our avatars exist in this realm. Okay, so we are not. We're still. We're completely still and at peace and divine. Is the beauty of it. So, Roma Yasa, good to see you. Crypto channel token on the blockchain. Don't know about all that. Anyway, Flat Earth British is having some unusual stuff happen. When I have live affairs, they fucking scramble all the names and I don't know who is who. Also, there's a thing now on my chat feed that YouTube team can delete comments. What YouTube team? And who can delete comments and override moderators and the runner or owner of said channel? How is that even possible? This is a new development, okay? But with the high strangeness and everything else, I knew YouTube was going to play out. So we'll just go with it for whatever for now. Yeah, I know. I'll show you. I got some evidence later. You're in this sketch. You're on a comment, and one between you and one of the other guys. Somebody, Shinto888, made a comment, and YouTube team deleted it. And I don't even know what that comment says. I wish I did. Reclaim the plane. Good to see you, brother. Keeping it real. The real Michael. Well, at least they told me that is that. Anyway, I'm not moaning. Just saying, it's high strangeness. It's fucking Armageddon time in this iration. I'm not really bothered by what they do. Dragon Sage, I would like your video. They're also doing that. They're deleting loads of videos as well. I get a few a week deleted off the Tartarian channel, Flat Earth British Think Tank channel, and I never know what's in them, but I have got all my videos saved anyway. Hard drive by now, so it doesn't matter. It's always re-uploading. Hi, Paul Owen. So we got 566 of you watching. Cool people, you. Flat Earth British Think Tank people. On a Wednesday night. What else was we going to do, huh? Just hang out and have fun. Yeah. So, I did this on my Flat Day show. Have you met a Cyberman before? And I'm going to put it on my head because it's just fucking boiling in there. I'll have a go. So, these, when I was a child, absolutely petrified me. I was really scared of Cybermen. I was scared of Cybermen, and I suppose Daleks. I met a Dalek because I'm from Cardiff, and Doctor Who's made in Cardiff, so we see these things walking around all the time down the high street. Yeah. Cool, Roma. I know. We'll see more of that in a minute. I'm going to show a bit of what we got up to on the weekend. Okay, so platforms, more share screenage, and I'm going to come back towards the end. We have been live for almost 2 hours. Time flies when you have fun, eh? So, share screen. Release the Kraken. I like that saying. I say that. It's one of my sayings. Okay. So, we got some images here. Now, I've been to, hope you can see them. They'll come up now. Martin looks like Doctor Who characters. No, I don't. Which one are you on about? Anyway. So, I went to the north of England to visit my friend Mel, who's in chat there, maybe still, who was Jazz Soldier once. And this is a little town in Nottinghamshire by the name of Newark. So I'm guessing Newark, New Jersey is named after this place, because in this area near Lincolnshire, there's Boston, the first one. There's Washington, the first one. So I'm guessing this is the first Newark. So there's churches and something going on there, because they've got an absolutely massive, massive castle there as well. So I've got some images of that. These are just basically sent to me a little while ago, so they come up on my images. We'll go through some more. Oi, Jamelage and Amia. I wonder if that's my friend Amia. So, yeah, this is happening, guys. So make sure you go out with a cork in your butt. Said that for a game of soldiers. I thought it was supposed to be a mouth and nasal swab, and COVID testing centre is in your rear, I'm afraid, guys. So it looks like we're all going to be getting... Well, we're not going to be, just saying. A lot of people are going to be shot in the rear. So this is a crazy church. What's it called? It's called Southwell Minster. Oh, yeah, this is in Southwell, guys. A little town called Southwell. And it's actually a minster, like a minster, like York Minster. This is bigger than Hereford Cathedral. This thing was flipping massive. Massive. Never even heard of it before. Here it is. And that is Southwell. I completely forgot about that till just now, actually. Oh, Trumsky. And I guess we'll find out. The Easter Bunny kills coronavirus. So I think that might be true. We'll give it a try. I got a bunny. I don't know how it works. You've got to lick your bunny or something. They're fluffy, man. Your tongue get wrecked. Look at that. Bang! A little bunny with a coronavirus thing. So this is the family of 2021, a couple together for a romantic evening. They're going to watch some, I'm guessing, maybe Contagion or some apocalyptic movie. He's petrified of catching something. She's petrified. I don't know how they're drinking their Corona. Obviously, this is the chosen beer of a pandemic. It's Corona. Isn't that convenient? What puke blue carpet, but it does go with the murder plastic they have all over the chairs. So if I went in a room and they had plastic all over the chairs, I'd be like, oh, fucking hell, who's being murdered? Because that's murder plastic. So this is what you do if you're on YouTube. You work from home. Okay, so this is the best thing. He's working from home. He's writing a book. He's happy. He's got it well sorted. Max respect, little fox guy. Like the red tie. Not really. Bitch. So, stay home, flatten the curve. Stay home, flatten the curve. Stay home, flatten the curve. Stay home, watch videos, learn about flat Earth. Stay home, watch videos, learn about flat Earth. Stay home, watch videos, learn about flat Earth. Well, and then it'll be flattened because everyone will know it's flat. So they do that on purpose, don't they? Yeah. I like the line as well, the horizon line. Poof, flat. Poof, flat. So they didn't do that on by accident. So no, a mixture of Tartarian and architectural buildings of interest. Obviously, the interest in this is the ridiculous amount of mud that is at the side of the building. So let's have a think about what happened. So they built the building beside all of the mud. Well, that doesn't sound reasonable, does it? So the building was there, and the mud, as you can see there, rolled in possibly later because it's under the staircase there. The mud is actually under the staircase, like it rolled through. You see that? Rather than build the house on top of it, which makes little sense, really. So, yeah, she's a beautiful building, really unusual, and caked or covered in mud. So I've been looking into this, guys. This is a really interesting hotel. I've got some other images a little bit earlier. Mud flooded hotel in St. Moritz. So it was the first ever hotel, they say, in Switzerland, and it's a massive. It looks like the Overlook, guys. It's a massive Tartarian building, but it spoils incredible mud flood on all its photographs. I'll tell you what it's called now in a little while because it's just a mental block. So, as you can see, ground level is down there. We're going to get this in every city that we get now. This is no surprise, but nice wrought ironage. But it's an early photograph. And look at the size of these buildings as well. Can you imagine how many people were here before, guys, in the Tartarian era, in the golden era, before they all killed and the next lot came in morning, all dressed in mourning clothes, like they're all going to a funeral. Nice morning. So yeah, this Antiquitech device. So what is it? It's got a light in the middle, crazy loads of Technasmia stuff or Antiquitech, and a light at the top. So that is just a crazy lamp post then, is it? Or is this being, illuminated by possibly the pillars or the Antiquitech on top? Same as the bandstand in the distance. Because they seem to be hanging around it as well, I notice, and there's no light happening from it. So maybe there's more going on with it. It looks like a battery cell anyway, if you ask me. So that's a nice little Victorian photograph. Also, great expositions. Electrified. Oh, this is not. I think this is in Buffalo again, though. 1683 to 1908. So they're commemorating Philharmonic, I guess, but 16, something up that, running up that early in America. Philharmonic, wow. So I think that's Philadelphia's main building in the center. It is. So this is in Cuba, and then you get the American Army turning up, and then you got in the center of Havana, or near Havana actually, they got this massive graveyard with tens and tens of thousands of dead in it. But they do the skull and crossbow things because it's sort of a calling card for who possibly could have been the culprits behind all this. So something we looked into for years. Got some maps coming up as well, but we looked into High Brazil, which sort of coastal West Island, right, guys? But you get this Dimar as well. It's another island, which is equally as big. Are they there? Are they cloaked? Are they flooded? So, not much happening in the way of Wales. We've got St David's and Hereford, which is not in Wales. Well, these to go along the coastline in the Tartarian era. So they built massive rails on the beach. Okay. So what drives it? Is it on a cable? Okay, so we can't establish what drives it, but what we can establish is this mini pier thing has got like place for people to stand, probably eat dinner, and there's a sky roof as well. And they've got a lifeboat. So I'm guessing the sea comes up to here. No, it's not static because it's on rails. So what a strange thing, guys. And they haven't got that in the modern day, that's for sure. It's the first one I ever seen of that. I don't even imagine what that is. Yeah. I wonder what drives it. You see sort of wheels in them boxes like cranes, shipping cranes. You got this lamppost thing here out in the mud. Very unusual. And look how high it is as well. And the sea coming right up. Does it go through the sea moving? I'm guessing so, guys.
like a mini oil rig. So we've posted these before on Flat Earth British. You get these flying people in this narrative. And this is from 1835 of these underground, I guess, cities and these flying people, which you get a lot of pictures of for some reason. But they're in the sun there, New York. Tuesday morning. There it goes with that morning thing again. I wish I showed that. So check this out. Tartarian. Sunday Mail. Sunday Pictorial. Nice high definition picture that. A Technasmia Port there. Size of these buildings. Oh, again. It's already up and running in America at that stage, the older world, isn't it? Look at this then. Look what this thing is. Dirty though. I wonder what's dirty in it. There's no cars about. Electric trams. It's a crazy Italian looking tower. What looks like an English stately home affair. I'm guessing this is maybe for the underground then. Transport, and this looks like a station, this thing, doesn't it? It's not. So an artwork. I'm not sure if it's contemporary, and I'm not sure if it's Renaissance because of the Cherubinowski thing. I'm thinking it's Renaissance. I don't know. But you get these demonic entities chasing people. Riding the ram. Or demonic eyes. An analogy for what's going on at this time. Also, with the ascension process, what you get a lot of is Jacob's ladder. And what you see in a lot of these is these people climbing up a ladder and they go through what is a portal. You can't really see it in this picture, but on some you can see there's a portal. Some show it as a sun, Some show it as a sun, some show it as actually a ship I've seen. But all the while they're trying to ascend, and you have like demonic entities or shadow people shooting at you, trying to drag you off with ropes. This is like that building I seen in Cardiff back in the summer, the side of it, these people. But tempting you, I guess, or trying to get you while you're on your ascension process. I don't know, but it's definitely showing Jacob's ladder goes through a portal. What about this, guys? This is recent. Okay, 2020 election, yeah. And it actually says the Great Reset on top. I'm very sorry, I must have clipped the image, Google. Let's have a look, I can see that. No, you can't. There's a shame. But it says the Great Reset on the cover of Time magazine. And what they're showing you is a deconstruction or construction of a globe. Because they're constructing it. It's a construction. Mental construction or a mathematical construction with no reality. I mean, that's a big clue. And the two towers as well, you know. Why the arrow pointing that way and why the arrow pointing that way as well, you know. Clues galore in that, especially with the two towers. What's the last section? North Africa. Clueage. So, I don't know what critter this is. All I know is I would really love one. Okay. He's got little hands and they sneeze. And they yawn, and they look like that. I don't know what it is. It might be a possum. It might be a thing. But, like, look at them, guys. They got little hands. So, if anyone finds one of them, bring it to me. I want one. Anyway, so I don't know what this is, but can you imagine being shot from a cannon, landing on the top of a massive, massive tower, and then in this, you're all in this mind. I can't imagine you having a very nice time. And then it just goes down the slide and then slides in the water. Okay? And that is really stupid if you ask me, but that is what they're saying they did. Or is it just what they thought they might do? But it looks like a great expositions in the background. So I guess it sells people the dream of space travel and stuff. Look at this thing in the background. Look at that. Look how much is going on, and why the Oriental theme as well. So don't feel the Orient here. I feel Russia's going on there. Okay, but what's this? Little pagodas there, right the way along. Oh, could be Indian feel to it. I'm not sure. Kind of weird building, that one. What else we got? This one's been taken out. It's a temple, but a strange temple because it's covered in technosmia, but you can see the metal inside. They were definitely aiming for that thing there. No doubt about it. Take it out, whatever it did. Not sure about this one, but it seems to be that they're moving a mosque or a synagogue or whatever it is. So they have put it up on blocks, and then they've put it on rails, and they're going to move this entire church. Now, I know this is feasible. They moved the Norwegian church in Cardiff years ago to a completely different site. So I'm guessing it might be made of wood. But you can see the windows there as well. But they're showing you that they're moving these things. Wonder why they would do that as well. So I'm not actually sure what's happening with this chick at all. I don't know, but she looks like she's doing a queen thing. She's got the old ermine on. Ermine. So I don't know, that's it. But it's a Piranesi, and it shows the Golden Era's idea of buildings, but after reset. And Solomon sigils, I guess they popped in there after my last video, which shows you piezoelectric forces, but in a demonic, pandemic sense. Check this out, guys. It's being devastated, that is. That could be Reims, looks like. And another Tartarian building. Too much going on with that. She's a very unusual looking one. And I'm not actually sure. It's made out of gold, so I'm guessing this bit here outs candles. Okay, so it's a candle outing thing. But what were they thinking? What were they seeing when they got the idea for making this solid gold, if it is a candle outing thing? I don't know. It's crazy, isn't it? I don't know. Maybe that's what they were seeing to be able to. It's an owl. It's an owl, isn't it? It's an owl. Would you concur? It's an owl, JZ. Thank you. Yeah, I know. But I'd say it was a candle outer, and it's crude gold looking as well. But who knows? What about this? Now, one of the worst things you can imagine and see is rolling in a stinking storm and puking your brains up, which is what I got a lot. But Captain Cook apparently was bad seaman as well, so. So what you got is a rolling device in a ship is some sort of, I guess, like dampening device, where you can stay on the deck and the ship outside will roll like hell in the storms, and inside will keep completely flat, calm and everything, which they haven't really got in the modern day, but they're showing that they had them in them days. If they had them, fantastic. No puking, really pleasant crossing. Otherwise it's like that all the fucking time. It's terrible. They used to make me work. I had a bucket in one hand and a rag for cleaning, or suging as they call it, in the other. But it didn't stop working. Just wipe 3, puke. Wipe 3, puke. Look at this. So he can't see nothing. I guess there's copper in that, and he's got a really over elaborate chainmail thing going on the bottom of his face. So maybe they had a disease at the time, or maybe he's just protecting his face from electromagnetic radiation. So let's have a look at some pyramidage. So no matter how far you go down south, you will find pyramids all the way down into Sudan, even into Ethiopia. Check this out, guys. The top of that. Is that electrum still on it? Because they removed the top of the Great Pyramids of Giza because of the Benjamin stone. They're saying that some sort of properties. This being zapped, this one. Nothing left of that. And then H's again. Always the Hathor entrances. So they say that this is a giant serpent, and it's in the Orient. So it's either a fake serpent like they have in the modern day with Chinese New Year. This is a procession. Or it's actually a real serpent, but it's not. You can see you got stakes there. So it says in that book, they're not sure about where the Chinese lion fits in with the British lion as well. And they're saying they don't know what time periods that India was taken over. They're saying the Raj is fake. It's so many really important things it says in there. You know? So, is that all of the world at the time? The Americas not on there because they kept them off. The Americas are not the old world; they are the new world. And you get this land that comes up all the way. Is that Australia? It says there Australia, but it's not, is it? All Antarctica can't be, if that's what it is, called Australia, and it wouldn't be coming up to, you know, Java on the equator, because Antarctica would be fantastically hot in Antarctica. So check this out, right? So this village here, so they've either come in later and built them underneath this, or this is some sort of mud flow that stops short, solidified, petrified, which could very well done. You know, them mammoths I talked about at the beginning of the video, guys, they died in an instant. Some of them with food in the mouth from some instant flash freeze, it says. So some sort of Ragnarok. So ice is water. So did they have them? Human flying machine or natural flying machine. A load of birds. I think they would have had to be big bloody birds. That's 1865. And he seems to be a little write-up on it. Maybe he did that. Maybe you get covered in bird shit. So another map of Tierra del Fuego. I don't know why it's saying Land of Fire, because obviously it's supposed to be Antarctica. But what you do get is in this Antarctica, it's all place names, all the way along. And it's, you know, Drake's Passage is a little tiny thing. There's no Cape of Good Hope. And you got giants in Patagonia. They always show Patagonian giants who are supposed to be inhabited that place. Isn't that funny? And it's so close to what's supposed to be happening here. They got giants. Yeah. So this is a Welsh artist somebody linked me up with the other day. And this is in a guy who goes around with chainsaws and he just, you know, chainsaws trees. He's done a few in Cardiff parks. I've seen a few. And it's just a hand reaching up to the sky. He does it out of, you know, wood carving. I find that fascinating. I knew a wood carver. Oh, I love this picture. So everyone's digging through their books of what to read, right? And the blokes look. But she's like, no, I'm going to have a read as well. And there she is, sitting legs crossed, little Miss Proper going through the newspaper. Yeah, that's quite a sweet shot, that, isn't it? Small, but smart. It's nice, that, isn't it, man? I like that too. So that's she's got serpents in each hand and a jugs. That's the first jugs. It's been a really behaved video. I think I've done marvelously in this. I don't know what's going on. So Glenn, you're on here. Glenn, sketch. Good to be here. Ate Shinto. Message deleted by Google moderating team. Google moderating team, you can go fuck off. Don't be helping yourself to think you can do what you want with my channel like little Nazi bastards. That ain't gonna wash. Not with me. Fuck. What a cheek. And there's a gift that came to me yesterday, who's in chat now, who is Connie Lingus. Love that name. Don't know what it means. And she is basically sent me some smudging sticks so I can smudge, okay, my place, and some cookies, which are very, very tasty. So there's a photo coming up of you on your Mel, okay? So let me know now in chat if you want me to put it up or not, because otherwise it's going to be coming up. This is an outing of a day out in a place called Newark in Nottinghamshire. And this place is a temple in the middle of the town. Looks nothing like any other building. It's an corn exchange, you know, like their corn god. Shell, dome, Noah's keystone. And it's a red brick behind all of this, guys, because you can see on the side. So corn exchange in this little town is completely out of place and is a Phoenician temple affair. And look at the top of this. You get the Horn of Plenty, a couple of Phoenicians, and some laurel leaves hanging over a portal that's on the roof. And there it is. It's just really, really out of place. And there is millage. Look at the massive doors. Totally out of place. Oh, excuse me. There it is. With your sauna plenty. I'll give you all this good stuff. Everything's going to be fine after the last reset. You'll have all new food. You won't even recognize it. Because it'll be nothing like the food you had in the last reset. You know, them massive pineapples and everything else you had. Now you have wheat. Gluty wheat. Maybe that's another thing they brought with them. They say the Phoenicians are responsible for a lot of things. What are you pointing to up there? Cool. The high up storage. Village. Outside have a high up storage. So it's to let. They're going to rent it out. There's nothing in there. Ooh, that's Barbaria HQ. And this is this little town. It's got a nice little feel to it, I guess. Not much going on. And this is the giant castle. Now, for this little tiny northern town on the River Trent, okay, it's this place has got some sort of connection with the English Civil War, I guess Cromwell, etc. And earlier with Henry Tudor. But the place is fantastically big, as I will show you now. It looks like a star fort. There's village. And this, up in the roof, there was some sort of chandelier. Inside looks like a ballroom, but all of the walls are missing, like some great event took everything out. But I'm guessing at some stage a chandelier would have been hanging out of there. And this place is infinitely big. Sorry, Mel, you didn't say. Yay. And it's beautiful, isn't it? Sun going down. And they had like, imagine like all this lit up in like the old days. Red brick there. And all of the light shining through and people walking up to it and beautiful clothes and everything. It must have been magical. There's nothing like that now. That is the stonework to it. And you've got like a big chunk of wood sticking in it there. What's going on with that? Yo! Yow! Oh, it was a beautiful day there, but the inside's missing, guys. It's like the place is infinitely big. Don't know what they are. Somebody's placed them in something that was there and it's been blocked up, something important. And you have all these underground bits. Maybe a fireplace there on ground level. Who knows? This place is massive. Pits down below. It's fuzzy. And all of this should have been there. It's missing. Something's happened. Oh, that's nice. Cool. And they got some like people dude there with a crook. They call him a crook for a reason, I guess. But yeah, you can't go in there. Let's have a look here. The strange stonage. Who knows? Who knows? So 587 of you watching. Thanks for watching, guys. I've got some more to show. Make sure to share this out, please, if you would. And thanks for popping by. It's good to be back. Pop back in a couple of days. And I'll show you what else is happening on Flat Earth British. I've got more time. It's been really busy. So check this place out. It is infinitely big at the back. But where is everything gone? What happened? That's on the side elevation, I'm guessing. I feel water could have been coming through here at some stage. Just the shape of these. Don't know why I feel that, but if it was a pumping station, it's right on the river. Civil War Trail. So it's something to do with the English Civil War. And there's the elevation inside. It's higher outside, I guess. It's good on the river. But how many stories? It's absolutely massive. Newark Castle, middle of nowhere. Well, not really. Somewhere. It's the middle of England. Somebody's lost their face. Yes, it's there. So that's outside the elevation. It's got a bit of the star forts about it as well. There's some acute corners. But the size of this thing. Honestly, Can't really appreciate that size of that wall, but it is a massive, massive bit of wall. It really, really is. A duck. I'm sure you've seen one of them before. There it is on the side. Newark Castle. Never really noticed that. You could have stepped out, so it's not very defensible if you can walk straight off the river into it. I wonder what else it was for. There's what looks like melt going on there and some bricks just in there. And that's outside. I thought it might look a bit blackened, like something scorched it maybe. Compared to the rest, it's all blackened. There's been a lot of repairs, but the place is infinitely old. So look at that for a wall, guys. Imagine trying to scale that. Phew. And inside there was a strange shaft, just went straight up into the wall. Maybe it was for smoke or a chimney, but I doubt it. I think it was for maybe dropping supplies down or up from the river would make more sense. Look at this. Is that ancient? Concrete, and somebody chucked a CND sign in, guys. Or banned a bomb or a peace sign, you know? Yeah, no. So there's a nice sunset. And see what I mean by star 40, guys? On there? You never know. Could it be? Look at that up there. Huh. Nobody up there. Oh, a squirrel! They're awesome. And the little town is covered with mud flooders. These are better than some of them photographs. Look at that. Windows disappeared there, and then you got your door down there, down the stairs. That would have been an original. This probably wouldn't have even been there. This would have been upstairs. This would have been your ground level. All this mud's coming that way. Crazy. Crazy. Again, this place, I can't remember if it was a library. Yeah. And check again. All down there, ground level. You know, ground level. Again. You will for this sort of era of building. Nice bit of stonework, though. Yeah, it's nice that. So, there it is again. The other half, down below ground level. Probably a lot more as well. Some nice bollards or pillars. Something missing on them. I think they've had some. I don't know. That decoration looks altered, like there was more going on, but maybe that was the final finish. I'm not sure. It's almost like they were something over them. But look at them for. You know, that's just for the library thing, and they got these outside. Fantastic. Never really noticed how cool they were. Registry office. Thanks, Mel. Yeah, registry office. Oh, yeah. I think I can see that. No, I can't. It says a library there, but it's a registry office. Okay. And he had to take Nazmi apart from wherever it was in the past. Candidate or candy cure. Ooh, don't like the sound of that. God, the wind is literally roaring outside here, guys. Remember when we went to the cemetery and we pulled Antiquidad, and all around the cemetery were these like little things that look like sea mines with spikes on them, or like maces. Exactly the same affair, and with the twist on the things on the wrought iron on these gates. Exactly the same affair, identical to the two toroidals. It's to be a technology, guys. That's a lovely picture, by the way. And this place was insane. It's based on a ship, mostly all wrought iron. It's just, I guessing it's a ZC now. Great. But yeah, based on a ship, Tudor wood affair, and all this crazy wrought iron. Beautiful building, that one. See all this wrought iron affair? Imagine that in the old days. Look at the windows alone, guys. Wow. And it's got this like a ship's bridge, you know? So you can come out. The whole thing looks like a ship. And it's now, Beast Market Hill. That's where they took their cattle. And there's English Civil War people. Up the parliamentarians or up the Cavaliers. Sorry, That's the last image. So thank you very much. I'm just going to show you a few more things on WhatsApp. Now, if you have not been watching Flat Earth British and you think that if I go away on my Leaker channel that I'm not doing anything, you are wrong. We had a Flat Earth Day too, and it was fantastic. Did you not go? We'll go pop over and watch it after this because we had a little hangout on the weekend. I'll show you now. It was fantastic. So 5,000 of you did watch it, but it started like this. So. So make sure to catch that. There was loads in it. And Lee, Flat Earth British subscriber channel, is there in the chat feed on Saturday. So that was fun. So make sure to check that out if you haven't, okay, guys, because it was well worth. It was called FEB's Flat Earth Day Surprise Lockdown Fuck Off Take 3. Because I had a few problems making it, work. But it clears up a different, look, it goes fuzzy and then it goes HD. But we talked about law, common law, the pandemic, and stuff. So it goes HD to a skanky thing, but the HD is fab. So yeah, make sure to catch that. Okay, James Brockhurst, yeah. Phoned me yesterday. He said, Matt, you're famous. You are on a video and you like your hologram come undone and you're like, got lizard eyes. It's like, yeah, I've seen that weeks ago. It's fucking total retard. Obviously, it's not the fucking reflection of my glasses. That would be too much for the imagination. Anyway, but it is YouTube and it's great fun. And publicity, so ka-ching. This is our website, mind-blowing, mud floods, alternative history, and much more. YouTube, and I got a shop as well. If you want an FEB things there, I got shirts and frisbees and stuff. FEB Think Tank, as far as I know, is back because I had an alert saying stuff had got posted on it. But I have been posting on Flat Earth British stuff. It's the book, The Holy Grail of the Flat Earth, and you can get it on Amazon, and you can also get it on Kindle and everything else. Okay. And all the stuff, Flat Earth British, Facebook, Instagram, I'm on everything out there. And there's all our subjects in case you didn't know. And like I mentioned on them books, excuse me, and my son Welsh Dragon Metals, which I always shout. If you don't know, the New Madrid earthquake, 1812, was a reset. And this is a mind-blowing book. If you don't know about it already, make sure to catch that. The Phoenician origins of Britain, what I mentioned earlier about the Anglo-Saxons are not the original people of this place. And the book I mentioned earlier, the Book of the Damned by Charles Fort, fantastic book. Talks about everything I just talked about, reset and civilization, etc. Natural Magic, fantastic book. Sacred Theory of Earth, fantastic book. And volume 2 of the Sacred Theory of Earth. And Heterodophia, which is Aphrodite in reverse. Also a story of going to underground places and meeting strange beasties, etc. On that. So, this is Barbaria website, okay, and what you get on here, if you do join it, I will approve you, is for our breakaway civilization, people on here asking where there's land and ideas for growing, so is canning, freezing, storage, cheap, simple living, German-speaking folks, this guy's looking for Barbaria, the UK think tank. Now, 15 acres of beautiful land in Wales, if I only had the money to buy it. So on here, okay, Guru Baba is shifting barrier cryptocurrency as well. He reckons it's post-apocalyptic currency. It came in on a specific day by God, and it's all happening. Barbaria Queensland's up and running, and we have a Barbaria Queensland maybe in the chat, I don't know, but the people are living there, and all is cool. There's books, there's advice, so get on there, guys, find out, and YouTube have just introduced this thing where you can like do a GoFundMe or something on your channel to raise money. So at some stage you can raise money to get Britain Barbaria kicking off. So we got something exciting to think about. How's about that? Sound like Jimmy Savile. How's about that? So 11:30. So I've been talking for 2.5 hours, have I? Jeez. Right, I'm gonna give you all a shout now. It's 500 of you there, 42 of you. Make sure to share this out. Thumbs up if you did like this video and say something in chat so I can say hiya. Okay? Just Soldier.
Matt Creek wants your email, best wishes Creek, and sending you love. So martinlitka7@gmail.com. It is in the video below this, okay, as well. And you can send me an email. Thanks, Creek. So Aqua Aquarius, autodidactic 2. Just mod you up, Spa, on his autodidactic 2 channel. So that's Campbell. So in case you haven't noticed, my moderators are all content providers on YouTube. So that's why I have them for specific reason. Albert Billy, Slim Pickens, Shambugra, Connie Dingus. Thanks for my bracelet thing I got by you. I did it wrong. Oh, thanks. JJ Hemp Crete. There. What's happening? Mystery Scholar, the barrier places in the US want to move. Get on the website, brother. Check it out. I can't just like shit miracles. Everyone's got to muck in together. Okay, I've done what I can. I'll approve you. Get on there and have a look. We need Barbaria UK peeps. Can let you know all about it soon. Creek. It's under this video. Martin Liedtke, LIEDTKE 7@gmail.com. My name's easy to spell. Anyone can spell my name. Hiya, Kat. Hope you're feeling better, Cam, as well. Autodidactic. Haha. I can still ship miracles. I can ship miracles when need to be, Campbell. I'll show you all. DHH. Amen. Have you had books about sound of music? No, I did have a meme of the Sound of Music, someone running through the field going, I'm free today, but I thought it was crap and I didn't post it. But yeah, Sound of Music's good clues, definitely. The hills of light. Dusk. Making me miss your Zippo. Well, go get your fucking Zippo then. Smells beautiful as well. Love the smell of petrol in a Zippo. Plus, if the weed run out, I can get high on your Zippo. So. At attention, oh, maps, Greenland, it was tiny. Greenland, on a Mercator projection, is a massive, massive place. In reality, this says 1/14 of the size of Africa. So it's not big at all, it's tiny. Britain's tiny, it's always over projected. Europe as well, projected when it's smaller and skinnier. To displace all the water and all the land, so don't work out where the extra land is. Right. Let's pin a few of you now and read a few comments and give a few of you a shout. So, Vicky Campbell, good books written in the 1800s. Ragnarok, the history of fire and gravel. They mention it in this book. They mentioned that book in this about Ragnarok. Check it out, Vicky. No shit, honestly. That's a coincidence. Rama's saying frequency and vibration. Love is the answer. Love is all you need. He didn't say it for nothing. Oh, sound and music, not the movie. Yes, we have. We talk about it constantly. It's all over my book. We talk about this for years. This is a biggie with us. Michael Valkyrie. All my Zippos broke and I can't fix them. They are basically guaranteed for a lifetime. Sends it back to the fucking manufacturers and say, where's my Zippo, you skanking shit? Okay, that's what I do. Mind you, I wouldn't bet like this would light 10 times out of time, or you can chop my finger off with a cigarette lighter or a cigar cutter, because that wouldn't work. So let's have a look at some of your comments. Schmiegel. There you are, Martin Liedtke. You spelled that wrong. Sorry, it's Martin Liedtke. You are, I'll put it in here for you. Oh, dear God. Right. Martin Liedtke 7. Gmail.com for you, Creek. Ever it is, I'm sure we can help. There you are. Okay. Liga7 gmail.com. No, I'm going to go, guys, because I need a cup of coffee. Okay, some spitting feathers. My mouth is like a witch's tit. Okay, it's like a camel's armpit. Okay, so I need a drink. Aliens, that's interesting. Horses pushes into harnesses. Well, they might try for a fake alien invasion. They got television. Anybody believe anything, wouldn't they, on the television? Graph on Saint Germain. Martin, where you
life in Britain. Where you live in Britain? Wales. So that's not England. It's in Wales. Have you heard of that? You heard of Shirley Bassey? Tom Jones? Yeah. Gareth Edwards? Just saying. Stereophonics. You heard of them, haven't you? They're Welsh. Anyway, extraterrestrials from extra land, says Campbell. Well, that's what it means, Campbell, isn't it? Extraterrestrials, extra land. And we got Julie in. She's laughing at me. I don't know. Maybe she's laughing at my weirdness. Is the audio video working for you all? Only working for me in chat? Yeah, I'm looking at my computer. Your glyph is working fantastic, my old China. Okay, sketches is Glenn. Good to see you, my brother. And Ellery Firm, 432 hertz fixed. The black stripes on my laptop missing LEDs. Well, it might have been you. Heather Kimball. I hope they haven't captured your husband. It was a man with one arm. We need a witness. Okay, they're hunting for ever till he comes home. Alien Zoo 1, good to see you. Brian Tucker, Deco Devo. We are not men, we are Devo. Alva Billy, Dallas Fowler with a load of numerology. 9. Don't know, it's been full of numerology in the last couple of days. Aaron Husky, I like your little touch lighters. No, they stink and they blow up. Blow your face off, they can. No, that's wrong as well. That's L-E-I-D-T-K-E, Campbell. It's L-I-E-D-T-K-E. Like that. Okay. So anyway, how many of you? 525 of you watching. Have we got anything else to do? I could keep presenting for another hour, guys, but like nobody will watch like 3-hour video, so I'll get chucked off now, okay? Peace and love to you all. Thanks for popping by. It's good to be back. Fantastic to be back. I will be back in a day or two with some more usage. Check out that book. See what it says. Okay, guys, there's some mind blowers in there. Okay. And Julia says the situation, not you as in personally, Martin. I'm not sure what that means. Sounds all right, I think. I don't know. So, flat thumbs to all. Much love to you all. Keep your vibration up if you need me, okay? Because a few people have been sending me emails falling the fuck apart. Don't do that on Flat Earth British. We only do epicness. Keep explaining to you. It's over. They're going. It's us that did it. Okay, it's just a matter of time. Sit back, relax, and wait. Don't worry about a thing. Thank you for that as well, Albert Billy. Ow! Bit my finger. Much love to you all. I gotta go. Peace and love. Be good. And I know I think I was going to say next, but I'm not saying that. Okay. Good night, bro. Good night, geodesic domes. Just soldier. Not stand Matt. And keep the positive vibe, y'all. Much love. Just soldier. Mel. Thank you for that, Mel. Karen Dirt, much love to you as well. Thanks for Leslie Beckwith for my cookies. I'm going to eat half one of them now with a cup of coffee. Okay, I didn't have one before this because it would have been increasingly difficult to talk to you. But, okay, flat thumbs, I gotta go. Look at that. Wow, look how quick I can move my thumb. I know, I'm like Bruce Lee. Actually, look at that. Wow, wow, wow. Peace and love. Night, Joanne. Night, Valerie. Night, Atom. Night, Dallas. Night, Alva Billy. Okay, peace and love. Enjoy. I'll be back very soon. Okay. Much love to all.